Alright, fuckers, let's get this episode done so I can get back to progging M8. That fight is so fucking hard, it's been 3 days and I still haven't cleared it. What kind of normal raid series is this?
Oh, wait, you're talking about raids?
FF14?
You said progging. I thought that was the censored version of fucking.
No.
Raid Shadow Legends?
No.
Um,
No one plays that anymore.
you'd be surprised.
Oh my god. So many failed attacks from the fucking Wolf Gundam Man.
Sorry.
Oh my god. Give it all go!
Connect. Loading.
Broadcast.
Perfect! Show running super savant. Level up! Bluecaster, super Ichii.
Loud and online. Greycaster, Robolane.
Researcher of the Tokuverse. Yellowcaster. Ultra Guard.
Trauma Inducer, Northcaster, combining the power of Toku and anime, Redcaster, Cho Raven.
Combining comedy and critique. On air since 2014.
Radio Sentai Castranger.
Welcome to Radio Sentai Castranger, episode 528. It's episode Swoobat! Swoobat! Swoobat this! Swoobat that!
I just realized his
Whoopie
nose,
Chris.
like I know his heart, his nose is shaped like a heart, but it also looks like a candy heart, like the conversation hearts you can get.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Real hearts don't look like that.
It looks like a heart, but it also looks like a thing that also looks like a heart.
Wow.
Ness?
Incredible.
Hearts attack with a hug.
This is the kind of commentary everyone comes here for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still don't know how to
11
look.
years and we've definitely upped our game.
It's Zero Bird.
Yeah, of course Zero Bird exists.
Zero Bird's awesome.
Or exists. I didn't realize there was a C in exists.
Exists.
There isn't.
Prog?
Progging is the term for progging a fight in FF14 raids when you're learning the mechanics, as in you're progressing through it.
Oh.
Well, that's a cute toy of it.
It's
Why did
right.
you start with that?
It's right, but I'm like, no, don't do that.
No.
That's like when people call it like Riz.
I didn't make up the term.
I know. I'm not blaming you.
I don't know, Sal. That's pretty
It's
sus of
not
you
a
to say
pun, it's
Riz.
just a term in the fucking raiding community. I didn't make it. Fuck you.
There's no such thing as sus either.
I don't even dick around with the savage raids. I'm just trying to get to the normal ones, and these are the hardest
Among
ones
Us
the
would
game has
like-
ever put out.
Among Us would like a word with you, Sal.
Also, this week's Kamen Rider Gavv. You sure we can trust this? I don't know. It's pretty sus. It's like, well,
Well, that was
Guys-
the subbers.
guys, there's only one L in Cell.
Or is there?
Let's kick Sal.
And slightly relevant news. Anyone else hyped for Marvel Cosmic Invasion?
Sure.
Not really.
That's fine.
Cosmic Invasion. I thought it was called Avengers Doomsday.
Different
Yeah,
thing.
starring Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom.
There's one character that was in that trailer, Philavel or Philavel. I've literally never heard of them, but I immediately wanted to play as them because they have a cape and a sword and they fly and they're awesome.
Yeah, it's like I didn't know who like the Marvel character Magic was, and then I looked her up more, and apparently Anya Taylor-Joy played her in that fucking
Oh yeah.
New Mutants movie. I was like,
Of
what?
of all the Marvel characters you could have said at the end of that sentence, and it was Magic?
I didn't know who Magic was either. I still don't.
Okay, here's the thing. Like, Magic is a bit more well known than other like. The big one for me with Rivals was Luna Snow.
Also
Right?
that.
I barely heard of her before.
Oh, I've
the game
never
came
heard
out,
of Luna
yeah.
Snow.
Yeah.
That's because she was a very limited run character.
I think Jeff the Land Shark I hadn't heard of one time.
I thought that was the shark from Suicide Squad.
No, it's
Jeff was a Gwenpool character and then a Deadpool character,
Yeah.
and it's just
Let's be real,
got batted
everyone's a
around
Deadpool
for
character.
yeah, fair. He
Anyway,
got batted around a
anyways,
while. I knew who he was.
Marvel Rivals out now, and on April 1st, you can apparently acclaim a Venom emote where he twerks. It's
Yes.
amazing.
Can't wait.
Look, next thing we're gonna have Morbius in the game, and he's gonna have an emote that's just
Where's
Morbid
Morbid.
Better say
Ultron?
it's
I want Ultron.
You're never getting Ultron.
Yes, I am. He was supposed to come out day fucking one, and then they just did not release him.
Anyways,
He's a robot. They need to keep updating him.
anyways, we're a bunch of Marvel superheroes who get together every week to talk about Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, and a third thing.
X-Men, X-Men.
Ooh. Can I be Beast?
I think
I
that
wanna be
requires
Cyclops.
being smart.
Oh,
I mean, he's definitely fancy enough.
I'm
Is
fine
that
with
what
you.
Let me be Spider-Man then.
yeah, I think that also requires being smart.
It requires being
Well,
agile.
Gar, the real question is this: can you do a Frasier voice? Then you can be Beast.
I'm so ready.
No, I can't do it.
Frasier is Beast.
Again? It's the third time.
Has he been in before?
Yeah, X-Men
Yeah.
Last
Yeah,
Stand.
X-Men
I haven't
Last
seen it.
Stand,
And in the post credits in the Marvels.
Yeah. Which
Oh, right.
I didn't watch that, but
Yeah,
didn't
no,
see
Kelsey Grammer as Beast is like perfect casting.
Maybe this is why the Frasier reboot got canceled.
Because he's too busy being Beast.
Worth.
You want worth it?
Yep. Anyways, we're veering again.
Sorry.
So our topics for this week are Gavv, episode 27, Gozyuger, episode 5,
Yeah.
and for feature topics, episodes 7 and 8 of season 1 of Senki Zesshou Symphogear.
yeah.
Yes, which means for the rest of the duration of this episode, we will be referring to Ichi as Alexander. So we don't make him uncomfortable.
No.
She has enough.
So
nicknames.
Alexander, what are your thoughts on
Alexandre.
Much as I love that name, it still feels weird to hear you call me it.
Alexander Ham.
That's the name I give all of my OCs.
All of them.
It's actually my actual
Alexander
middle
Ham.
name, by the way. And my favorite Final Fantasy summon.
There you
Can we nickname you Alex?
Alex.
I mean, if we're calling everyone by our middle names, does that mean I get to be called Arthur?
That'd be awesome. I say, hey.
Technically, my name I go by is my middle name.
Oh, shut up, Quagmire. Anyways,
My name's Donald.
That's my name too.
Anyways, we got some news.
All right.
So
It's time.
let's talk about that.
Thank God.
Any deaths this week, Ichi?
No.
wait, someone died
I
last
don't know
week?
why I said that like I was disappointed.
Aww.
Thank God. By the way, shout out to Discord. Your new UI may be jank as fuck, but at least I didn't have to redo my overlay.
It's really sad when we make death news stories a joke on our show.
I just want to point out you're the one who did that, not me.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, right. Angemon's VA passed away.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
He's
one.
an angel now.
he's a true angel
Wow,
now.
you don't know.
He was the anti. I wasn't there for it, but I just wanted to bring. He was the anti-spiral in Gurren Lagann.
Okay.
Anyways, news. Let's talk about news.
All right. First on the news docket from we have apparently there's a new Kuuga episode happening.
It's just a little quick video where it's the old house shot from Kuuga with narration done by Ichimonji himself. Ichimonji. Ichiro. Yeah, Ichibro.
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 That's what I call Ichi.
Yeah.
Ichi,
Yeah, and his
Now I just need a gun, and then the cosplay will be complete.
and it's essentially him talking about the events of Kuuga, and he's waiting for Godai.
Yeah, because they'll never get Joe to Gary back ever again.
Because Godai took off on a journey and never fucking came back.
Yeah.
No. No, Godai died fighting number 0. That's why he's never seen again.
I don't.
You say that,
believe he
but the
lived.
fucking post credits very clearly shows him off on a fucking journey.
Yeah.
That or in the afterlife with all the dead children number 0 killed.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Darkish.
He's going into the afterlife to save their souls and
You know
bring
what?
them all back.
You know what? That theory, I'd be more okay with that theory if the show had actually shown that happening.
Yeah, let's not start
No.
another discussion about how Kuuga ended.
I don't know what's going.
He killed over 100,000 people. That
Off
zero
screen.
For fun.
for funsies.
Funds those.
He killed 100,000 people off screen. He also debuted off screen.
I wish Kuuga was great. I know because
Weird thing to think about.
I marathoned the last half of Kuuga in like 8 hours.
I was there. I helped.
Then I
I
messaged
How did you
messaged
help?
Raven like, "Hey Raven, I'm finishing Kuuga. Come over whenever you can."
How did you help,
Hell
Gar?
yeah.
I would like you to expound on that.
He helped
What?
from not going insane watching it.
Oh yeah. Well, no, he was just like, Gar, do you have the episodes of Kuuga? I'm like, yeah, I got Kuuga. Okay, I want to finish the
Gotcha,
rest of
okay.
it so Lane could say that he's seen every season of the Heisei era. So I gave him the episodes, and I'm like, you know what? Just to motivate you, I will watch the last half of Kuuga with you.
Or I think you forgot to give me an episode.
Oh, what, episode 50?
Yeah, that.
So yeah, Shingo Katsuyama will play Ichijo from Kuuga for the first time in 25 years as part of a Super Kuuga exhibition special project.
Jiva, I'll tell you this. Kuuga, watch it anyway. Kuuga's definitely one of my favorite rider shows.
Kuga's a good one for like the journey, but not the destination.
The problem was, towards the end of the show, there was some terrorist attack in Japan, and the second last episode never aired because of it. And that was the episode where they were introducing the main villain, and him basically, wiping out a good portion of a city.
Yeah, so like in the final episode, you just see kind of little snippets, but not
you see like
enough
little
to know
snippets.
really what's going on.
There was a whole fight that happened off screen, and as much as you would think, maybe they delay the episode, maybe they release it DVD only. No, apparently they just deleted the master version of the episode, so it's
Fucking
just
morons.
never found anywhere.
Hate when that happens.
Damn, you
It's just
bastards.
They never decided to reshoot it or anything.
How?
I mean,
Yet they'll keep that episode of Ultra 7 around that was banned.
Yeah.
Sure.
well, I
Look
mean,
at
to be fair, there are some episodes of Pokemon that got delayed and never came out.
Yeah,
Yes.
but that's Pokemon.
For obvious reasons. Anyways, it's interesting that for this exhibition cover, they decided to use growing Kuuga.
Well,
I mean, I'm not complaining. I love growing Kuuga, but
it looks better with the sky shot.
He's
not gonna lie.
growing on a journey.
And also to be fair, like that is the first form that he got as Kuuga.
I know I want the renewal growing form. It's so good. Fuck. Love growing
Anyway, moving on.
form. Cool.
So, anyone paying attention to Gozyuger might have noticed that up until now, the other 4 Gozyugers have had weapons that combine with the Tegazord.
Not Zords.
And Red has not had one until now.
Oh yeah.
And it looks fucking awful in mech form.
It is disgusting. So it is the Wolf Decaliber Go. Get it Decaliber because decade.
I think okay, hear me out. I think this would have been so much cooler looking if literally he had like both his arms were like the big red. If you know what I mean?
You know what? Seeing this, I'm just gonna flat out say it. Having the signature weapons become attachments for the Zord was probably the neat idea.
Bad execution.
But it was executed very poorly.
Like they look cool in the show, but just in like toy form, it's just kind of like
Because it's like it's not just the Morpher. The Morpher's also the robot, but it's also not the robot. It's also the side weapon.
Decker, can you do me a favor? Can you just post a picture of like the T-Rex like ring that like goes on the head for the yellow Tegazord? Like I want to picture that ring for a second.
And Decker in the chat is saying the suit is probably cool, which is true. The suits look cool, and the candy toy mini plug figures look cool. This. Also, having the Tegazord be based on the Zord Builder, Robo Universe. That's it. The Robo Universe toy line. Having it be compatible with that. Where like 50 years of Super Sentai, and it feels like we're cheaping out on the gimmicks.
So that ring that Decker just posted, that's the head for yellow Tegazord, like for the toy. Like it's so bad you can't even make it out.
I just want to point out this is like before it reveals the face, because the Zord head rings all like slide open to reveal the Megazord's face.
Okay.
It is funny, like they're mentioning in the chat too, like how lopsided it looks too. So it looks like, well, In the
Yeah,
chat, it's
I really
Quagmire,
hate
but
the like Zord form with the caliber. It looks like its arm just mutated.
I don't hate that as an idea. Like,
As an idea, it's fine, but just this particular result is god awful.
yeah.
I can't wait for the inevitable moment where all those attachments just merge together on the thing all at once.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We're absolutely
Remember-
gonna get an all weapons combined mode.
Remember when we got the toy for Don Odi Taijin? How fucking perfect that toy was? Jesus Christ.
Hey, well,
so-
they had to do something like that to make up for how shit the series was.
So much articulation that and then you get King Oger, so much articulation. Boom Boonger. Okay, we're missing knees, but it's still pretty good.
The Bune Diesel
Here's
or
the
whatever.
thing. I was saying
What happened?
I was saying this in the Discord earlier today. When this got announced, I assumed that it would be a case of the changer pops off the Ranger, grows giant, and becomes the mech. But the fact that that's not the case, the fact that the changer and the mech are separate existences that have the same shape and form, makes the whole thing pointless. Why do they need to be the same shape if they're not the same physical object?
Well, like
Yeah.
that's why I'm just getting the Tegasword and I'm keeping it in changer mode because I like the changer.
Well, then just wait for the premium Bandai one where you can get the silver one that
I
doesn't
know.
transform.
I'm gonna get the silver one.
Calling it now. They're gonna make it premium Bandai, and the key thing's gonna be it does not transform.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Which means more detail on it.
Until
which
they
will make it
surprise us
cool.
with the silver ones turn into like a different Tega god.
Also, I was thinking about how come the Gozyugers have different rings compared to everyone else in this battle?
We were
Just
talking
like
about that
chosen
before.
ones.
The idea was they have the privilege of getting these unique power sets in exchange for the responsibility of defending the public.
Maybe like they were some of the first ones to like encounter Tegasword.
Well, that's immediately disproven because Hoaru is the latest.
Yeah.
But I think it's just like Tegazord specifically handpicked these five to be like
somehow
the team.
these 5 were special and it semi-granted them like certain powers ahead of time.
They are the
Or maybe
chosen ones.
when the Sixth Ranger comes around, they'll explain.
Yeah, maybe the rival Reds are meant to be like united as their own team. They're just not realizing that.
I don't know. We're still not very far in the series. So anyway, the Wolf Decaliber Go. You can pull the trigger to activate slashing and attack swords. It combines with Tegasword, and you
Cool.
can form the Tegasword Declaw.
Dragon. That's a dragon. That's a fucking ferret. That's a ferret. This is all lies.
49.50 yen, April 19th release.
No, he did. The Tega yellow head does have tiny legs. Adorable.
I want
Those
someone
aren't
to
legs, those are its
Photoshop the-
lower jaws. Oh,
No, but he's-
yeah, I see that. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they
It's
just
little
wanted the
feet.
legs there.
Someone turned the yellow one to red, and there's your Beast Wars Megatron.
Maybe those are its tiny arms.
These little
Because
count.
Tyrannosaurs have big, thick legs.
I have a big head, little arms.
But it seems to have 3 fingers.
Somebody shop that image and just make it purple so it's Megatron.
Yeah, make Megatron
Barney.
Tegasword.
Tegatron?
Yeah.
Barney. That also is a thing.
Tegatron?
Oh.
Tegatron!
Alright, next. So, this isn't like merch news per se, but this is interesting. So, the Bandai Japan YouTube channel posted a video where you can listen to all of the transformation jingles of the Heisei and Reiwa Rider Gochizos.
That's
News.
Yeah. If you don't want to buy all of them, then
I
yeah,
guess.
it's fun.
No, it's a fun video.
I mean, here's the thing though, Ichi. Are they clear rips of it, or is there music playing in the background?
I have not watched the video yet.
Oh,
Wow,
shit.
you
Research.
bastard.
No, I remembered back when I first
Oh,
moved in
Decker
with you
says the
guys.
clear rips.
Nice.
I remember Ichi had like, I believe you still have it. This massive folder of just clean.
Yes, I
That's
still have
fucking
that.
gorgeous.
Oh, there's
Thank you, Decker.
Pegasus Violetta!
Hell yeah, that looks good actually.
And yes, I still have that folder of Rider and Sentai sounds, and I've been adding to it
Nice.
as I go. I found a year or so ago, I found like one video with like every sound in all of King Oger clear rips, and now I have a gigantic fucking King Oger sound folder,
Nice.
and that includes like all 3 versions of the switch pulls from their Hisatsus, like brr, brr, brr. All 3
just to
versions,
say it
all
for
5 ranges.
Thundercast. Just to say it for Thundercaster Orb. Predacons, Tegarize.
Tegarize, that's brilliant.
We just need to meet David K and just get him to say engage
Again.
Wow. All right.
Alrighty.
Next. Update on Tojima Tanzaburo wants to be a Kamen Rider.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
A trailer has been put out for the anime.
Cool.
I love it. I want to see this.
Oh my god, look at his face underneath the mask. He's like
Crying under the mask.
Crying
He's like
his
filling up the
fucking eyes
mask.
Yep.
Oh, he's got those
Man is
Miyazaki
determined.
tears at the bottom.
Yep. So yes, for those who aren't familiar with the concept, this is a series based on a manga, where the main character dreams of becoming a Kamen Rider and trains to become one even in his 40s. One day, quote-unquote, Shocker appears and robs a convenience store, so he puts on a plastic Kamen Rider Ichigo mask and fights criminals. And instead of being a hero, he gets made into an internet laughingstock.
Yeah.
Suck it, Samurai Flamenco.
Yeah, so it's like the middle point between Kamen Rider, Samurai Flamenco, and Hentai Kamen.
oh, Hentai Kamen, what a ride that was.
I still want to watch it.
Do it.
Yes. Do it.
I still sad that our first time we talked about it got fucking corrupted. It was so bad.
We made up for it.
I know we did.
I can still do the scream. I won't do it though.
No.
Not right now.
Although I could because I have filters on the mic now.
Oh.
Yep. Do it, Howard.
Okay.
Immediately breaks Mike.
That's so good.
Good thing I got some water.
If you've never seen the Hentai Kamen movies, do yourself a favor, go watch them.
That
They're
might have been
great.
a note or two higher than I meant to.
Yeah, it's up.
Zangetsu cameos in one of them.
Oh, I just realized the audio filters are only applied to the recording, not the Discord.
Oh, Jesus Christ,
Oh.
Ichi.
I mean, you sounded perfectly fine on my end. So
I'm shocked
Same.
Discord didn't cut it out.
That was, yep.
Anyway, I'm gonna have a painful weekend for that.
anyways, we should talk about this when it comes out because it sounds very
Oh,
interesting.
absolutely. So the upcoming anime will star Katsuyuki Konishi, who is in Gurren Lagann as Tojima.
I just looked it up. He was Kamina.
Nice, with Kamina as our wannabe
Also-
Kamen Rider.
If you watch Italia, he's America and Canada.
America.
Hey.
And apparently Konishi previously voiced various riders and monsters in the Decade All Riders vs. Die Shocker film.
It's not
Fucking
surprising.
right.
It's just other Kamen Rider and Kaijin. I'm just like, oh, he's Gosei Knight.
Nice.
Cool.
The series will be animated by Leiden Films, who did Tokyo Revengers. Directed by Takahiro Ikezoe, who did Show by Rock. Scripts written by Toko Machida, who did Wake Up Girls. Character designs by Cindy H. Yamauchi, who did Blade and Soten Koro. And music composed by Teddy Lloyd, who worked on Panty and Stocking.
Riff Gargoyle.
Cool.
Okay.
So we'll have good music. Interesting.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Panty and Stocking soundtrack is fire.
There's no date on it, but it will be debuting on TV this year.
Nice.
Neat.
Maybe a fall release.
Yeah. Next, SH Figuarts Hardboilder Futo-Pi animated anniversary version.
See, that's cool and everything, but we need an SH Figuarts of the Revolgary. That'd be cool.
That would be so much money, Lane.
Hey, Forze did the fucking Power Dizer. They can do the Revolgary.
You know what? If they could release the Time Machine in Dragon Ball Z, I feel like they could do the Double. You know what? Double is popular enough. They could probably get away with the Revolgary.
Oh, right. Cyclone Skull's the thing. I forgot how badass that looks. God damn.
So yes, this is a re-release of the SH Figuarts Hardboilder. This version has slightly different coloring, notably at the rear back unit, changed to a vivid metallic green to match the Cyclone Joker Futo-Pi anniversary figure.
Oh, that picture's cool of him like about to do like Joker Extreme like on the bike. That's cool.
Metallic green coloring with different brightness levels for top and bottom parts. Exhaust pipe and license plate areas darker green color than the rest of the body. This unlike the original version, this release features the Hardboilder's license plate.
Cool.
170 millimeters in length, smoke effect parts, stand parts, and it can be obviously ridden by the figures. Premium Bandai web exclusive, 9,900 yen, August release.
Cool shit. It's a sleek bike.
I would much rather
Oh, yeah,
use
there's
my
something
thing
cool.
figure on this.
I
fitting right
forgot
now.
that. I forgot that existed.
Cell Gunner, yeah.
Yeah, an Excel power up that
His fucking Rob ass face.
clips into his ass.
You broke my hardboilder.
All right.
Fitting right
It
now.
looks like if I don't know. I look at that face and I just think Chopper from Star Wars Rebels.
Yeah, you know what? That's what we need of SH Figure Arts of. Can we get an SH Figure Arts of Excel in bike mode? I would buy the shit
funny.
out of that. Then I would take out my Excel figure art that I already have and then have Excel write himself in bike mode.
No. The only way to do it is do a renewal Kamen Rider Nadeshiko that can ride on Excel because they did that in the Forza Wizard movie.
Oh, that's right, they did. Oh,
I look at this robot's face and it reminds me of that one Star Fox boss. Where is the creator?
Oh yeah, I must be complete.
All right.
What's he saying?
Next. The official Super Sentai Friends website announced that as part of the 50th anniversary celebrations, NHK is holding an all Super Sentai grand poll.
Oh my.
Viewers can vote for their favorite shows and characters, all the way from Go Ranger to Gozyuger.
So
there's
every character?
There's separate categories. You can vote for the works, as in the series. You can vote for the heroes, over 300 of them, of which there are. And then there's a category for over 160 of the Sentai robots.
Oh.
Yeah, apparently the Noto from friggin' Dawn Brothers are an option.
Yeah, I would count them.
Yeah.
They were good at the end.
They joined the team. Yeah.
I just want. Oh, are there high res pictures of all the Rangers?
Oh, sick.
Well, on this link, it says there's a...
Let's check the voting site.
Bruce Holbrand. Oh, you know what? Let me see this. Can we actually see? All super. Which one is it? Let's click on this one.
Grand pool.
Nope. It's just giving me information for when the pool is.
Yeah.
Broadcast
it
schedules.
isn't open yet.
Sentai blog, apparently.
I'm looking. Yeah, there's like a list of all the series, and then each show has a link with like a image.
No, fucking Riesel Brown better be at the bottom of the fucking list.
Riesel Brown.
God, I want to forget him so much.
Oh,
right.
That's nice.
So, the results of these polls and passionate messages from viewers will be announced live, revealing the secret behind their popularity. Voting period starts April 5th, exactly 50 years after the premiere of Go Ranger, and will end on May 6th. And results will be announced on May 17th.
I want Dawn Brothers to be number one.
Ow!
What's the entire community's gonna be a fucking troll, and they're gonna get Gozyuger to be number one,
even though it's not done.
Yeah, it's like no, we have to have the number one Sentai be number one.
If we can vote for this, we should all find a way to, because I think that'd be fun.
Well, it's not open yet, so we can't even.
Yeah, no, I mean when it is. Like,
I'll keep that tabbed.
It'd be cool if it wasn't just Japan exclusive.
Yeah, I don't know. You just have to supply your address for a fucking Sentai vote.
Could you?
All right. Next in SH Figure Arts news, Shinkocho Seiho of Kamen Rider Stronger.
No, Ichi, you didn't say it right. Kamen Rider Stronger!
AKA
like...
Toon World Kabuto.
Yep.
I've never liked this design.
I
love Stronger's design, especially Super Stronger.
Oh, that only showed up once?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. They'll never let me go with that.
I will say his belt is like, it's okay.
Oh no, like we compare them. You can see them all lined up, like Ichigo the Stronger. You could see how bizarrely different he is compared to the others.
Oh yeah.
That's say much when you have Amazon right before him.
Oh, I just love the detail that they have, like the holes in the eyes. I love that shit so much.
The S stands for hope on my planet.
It was Zen Kaiser.
The S stands for Stronger.
Isn't Stronger supposed to be like themed around a football player?
That would explain why his armor piece is thick as fuck.
I mean, I can see it.
Yeah, I can see it. S
Yes.
soap.
The S stands for Sentai is gonna beat me in the ratings.
He just has the coolest human name ever, Shigeru Joe. It's such a good name.
Now we just need a tackle to go with him.
You mean Tinga Ningan Tackle?
No. Tackle.
Oh.
I love this description. This figure represents Shigeru Joe's transformed form after rubbing the coils on his cybernetic arms together, creating static charge, thus activating his Electra transformation belt.
Yep.
I love his
Thanks, Professor.
I love his henshin sequence.
How that worked, yeah.
Showa Toku is C.
It was the 70s. Logic didn't exist yet.
Okay, and now the question stands because like we know the history about Super One's fucking shitty ass history. Is Super One gonna get the figure art treatment? You think?
Yes. We've already seen Sky Rider, Super One, and Zed Cross are getting renewals.
Bitchin'. Oh, which means Super One's gonna continue like his previous figure art. He's gonna come with all those fucking hands.
Yeah, let's remind people, the actor was a piece of shit.
Yeah, Super One is for the people.
Super One
24/7.
was pretty
The answer
mid.
to that question: when was Logic invented? It was invented in the early 2000s, and then just went straight out the window in the 2010s. So we didn't have it for very long, unfortunately.
Those were good days.
No.
I liked Super One, said the one person.
The Super
I also
One
like Super
person.
One.
Oh,
I also
Super One.
I also just want to point out that it's hilarious that the internet name I go by currently is Super Ichi, which was very unintentionally similar to Super
Right.
One. Completely not on purpose. Anyway, so yes, this figure art's 145 millimeters tall. Includes wrinkles all over the body for the texture of his Kabutector protector surface. Accurately captures unique features such as giant horns marked with large compound eyes, massive triangular body shape. The Kabutector is apparently made of soft material, so he's lovably squeezable.
I love. There's a picture of him from behind, and I love the little detail of that. His belt looks like an actual belt from like the Showa era.
Yeah.
Like it goes behind. It's like tuck it in there.
I love the detail on the back where you can see the zipper.
Yeah. I actually think the suit looks really, really good from the back. It actually
yeah.
looks like a Fies prototype.
And then you look at it from the front. Ooh.
I like Stronger
Big
suits. One of my
pads.
favorite Showa era designs. I love it. So good.
I think I'll take Kamen Rider Weaker instead.
Oh,
Well, no, Ichi isn't Kamen Rider Strong.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, is that his pre-evolution? Kamen Rider Strong?
And then there's that bit from one of the end of one of those episodes of Kabuto.
It's been linked in the Discord.
Yeah,
yeah,
someone
there it
shared
is.
it. I was like, gotta be
It's there.
strong.
If he's stronger, then I'll be strongest.
Strongest.
I'll
It
be
is
the
perfect
strongerest.
goddamn English. Fucking god.
Yeah.
The uncanny ass fucking English that guy popped out in that sentence.
Yep. Scarf is made of cloth. Cloth has a wire built in, allowing it to flutter with ease. Interchangeable hands. Premium Bandai web exclusive, 9,900 yen, October release. Spooky. Next. SH Figure Arts, new Ichigo and new Nigo. Glorious Showa Rider Edition.
Oh, Nigo looks.
Thank you, God.
Okay, can I just say Nigo looks fucking sick with that black helmet. That's so
Yes.
cool. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, there he is.
Nice.
That's the best. That is the best I think Nigo has ever looked, in my opinion.
Yeah, just
Like this with the original Ichigo suit, like the old green one. Oh man.
I've been waiting for a reissue of these figure arts. I got
yeah.
Ichigo, missed out on Nigo. Nigo's now like $200 to $300.
I still want that all black one that he fucking guards so much.
Oh yeah. And it's like, well, guess what? We're finally gonna re-release them now that Stronger's coming out. And it's like, yeah, I guess they did come out years ago, so now fans are sort of having trouble. And yeah, like just glorious Showa Rider edition. Nigo gets to come with a different accessory, which is the black helmet.
Yeah, that looks so good.
Which, for those that don't know, Nigo for a bit, throughout the Showa era, it would be an on-off thing of do you have a black helmet or do you have the same helmet as Ichigo? And I do mean an on and off thing because they never could really decide.
Yeah, because like I remember the first time I
was gonna say, wasn't the darker helmet a Ichigo thing when they broke the fucking helmet and didn't have the right paint color?
Yeah, so his suit was all like, it was a dark green, dark helmet just to show that he was different. And then when Hongo came back for being the lead, Ichimonji left.
They accidentally broke the fucking helmet for Ichigo, and they were just scrambling to make do. And they changed the color on it.
I just remember the first time I ever saw Ichigo and Nigo, where it was in All Riders vs. Sky Shocker, and I just saw Ichigo and Nigo like show up, and I was like, why do they both look exactly the same? It's like the only difference is their gloves and their boots. That's it.
And then like I want to say they were trying to bring back the black helmet, like at least Sakamoto was in like the mid 2010s. But then, the show writers just stopped showing up.
They didn't show
after
up.
After what? GP? Like the Kamen Rider Songo film?
Alright, anyways, we're spending too long on this. Let's move on.
Sorry.
So, details on... Based on the promotional images, the new Nigo will have the alternate black helmet. Details on how they will release this alternate helmet are yet to be announced. So I think this release is just the versions with the green helmet.
I think it'll be with the motorbike. Like, it's going to be the motorcycles.
They did announce, as a separate thing, the SH Figure Arts New Cyclone Ichigo Glorious Show Rider Edition. What makes this one different from the last one is that it's been given a dirty paint job on the lower part of the body. So you can buy a dirtier version of the bike.
No,
hey,
I love it.
Yeah, that's
great. I just buy the other one and dirty it myself.
That's thinking, Ichi.
No, it's gonna look
like
bad.
The pre-ripped jeans they sell. It's an excuse to sell it for more money.
Oh my god. Price and release date of these items are not yet announced, but they're happening.
Gimme them.
I would want to get this Ichigo figure, like the old black one, and just put it with my all black Boba Fett figure I have. Love it.
All right. Next news story. We have a bit more info on the upcoming VR Troopers comic book series.
Ooh. Look at these designs they made for them for the comics. Holy shit!
Yeah, part of the news article is just we have a look at their new designs.
Wow.
They were done by Dan Mora. Nice.
I can pretend I know who that is.
I'm not. All right, we're just not going to expand on that.
No.
So moving on.
In this series, the VR Troopers are the Altarian Empire's elite of human heroes on Earth. But what secrets are the Altarians keeping? When VR Ryan tracks down a rogue Skug, he'll come face to face with a foe who will change his understanding of VR and himself forever.
Wait, hold on a minute. Are they saying that the VR Trooper power set was made by Eltar?
Yeah, they were made by the Altarians.
What?
All coming together, Lane.
This is why, like, they would have made so much more money and would have done so much better if, like, because, like, Masked Rider crossed over with Power Rangers for, like, a little bit. That was cool. But if they, like, crossed over VR Troopers and fucking Mystic Knights and Beetleborgs and Power Rangers, like, those would have exploded so much more in popularity. Like, I swear to God. Missed opportunity, man.
So we found out this VR Trooper comic is going to be a limited 6-issue run series.
Okay.
And it'll be written by Margaret Scott, who worked on Beyond the Grid.
Uh-oh.
Which...
Not good?
To say the least, terrible.
Oh, woof. I'm sorry.
Yeah, just that. As soon as I instantly heard that, I'm like, and I just lost all interest in this series.
Oh.
So yes, artist Margaret Scott, artist Sebastian Perez. First issue will feature a main cover illustrated by Torrin Clark, who worked on one of the other Mighty Morphin series. Variant covers by James Stokoe, who worked on Godzilla. Christian Ward, who worked on Black Bolt, and many more. And the first issue of VR Troopers will be available in June.
Hey, your local comic store.
I like the Christian Ward one. Looks nice.
Yeah. All right. Next in SH news,
Yay!
MonsterArts Godzilla 2000.
Nice.
Ooh, yeah, that's a very memorable design.
From the Godzilla versus Megaguirus film.
Megagirus.
Megagirus.
All
Just
right,
not a very memorable movie.
Yeah.
Neither is this design, but I don't know.
It's a cool
No,
design.
No, I like this design.
No, Megagirus sucked. Batra was cooler.
I've never liked this design for Godzilla. I think it is just the dorsal plates are just too much.
Mm.
This reminds me of that big dragon boss from Split Fiction.
This does a more dragony look for Godzilla, for sure.
So how funny is it that we went from this design to GMK?
The point of that one was to be weird looking, so scary looking, I should say.
To like Tokyo SOS design.
I do like the nice little like kind of pink detail in his dorsal fins, though. That's nice.
Yeah, that was the difference.
That's
So
Pink
that he was
Godzilla
deep.
before Pink Godzilla.
Yeah, he's got like a really like lizard head. It's fucking cool.
All those teeth.
Yeah.
Look at all those teethers.
So this figure is sculpted, painted, and produced by leading Godzilla modeler Yuji Sakai.
That's me.
160 millimeters tall. The impression of the Godzilla suit was recreated by numerous sources.
We watched the movie frame by frame.
By frame.
And then we realized we started sculpting the human characters and not Godzilla.
The last picture
Almost
just
like
looks
they're
like
on the screen more.
the last picture, like it looks like he's just looking up, being like, "Why me?
Why?
Hey, look, it's me.
My movie sucked. Why you made a figure of me?"
All the Megagirus are descending.
All right, so for anyone who wants to get this, 12,100 yen, September release.
Oh, I'm fucking good.
I love this. You can even recreate the impressive pose of Godzilla guarding the sky.
Well, yeah,
Just
because
him looking up.
Megagirus was a flying monster.
He was a flying monster.
No one better get within range of my hands.
That's always been. Well, he's got a beam attack. To be
Yeah.
fair. Yeah, we were talking about this quick thing. We were talking about this the other day. They have not made like in Japanese movies. They haven't made an original monster since like 1999.
Shoot.
Like, for real.
Wow.
Like it's all like
Wait,
reused
Orga?
one. Yeah, no, think about it. Megagirus was not okay. Technically, Megagirus is new, but it was based off the Mega Nulon from the Rodan movies.
Yeah.
And like everything else was just.
I count Monster X sort of.
Oh, it's no. That's
It's just
Ghidorah with a different form.
Yeah, it's just a form for Ghidorah.
Yeah.
It's a different design, yes, but it's not a new monster.
So this is what normal
Fair
people think when they look at nerds.
Yes. How do you feel?
Confused.
I like
Yeah.
one of the photos where he created the CGI shot.
Oh yeah, of him underwater.
Looks more believable than the CGI.
Now,
Yeah.
see everyone. You could go watch this film. You could watch this Godzilla movie, but what you should be watching is Godzilla -1.
That's what you should do.
Hell yeah.
Or any other Millennium movie like Godzilla against Mechagodzilla.
Yes,
Watch
Kiryu is.
GMK.
I always say Kiryu. I acknowledge as the superior, best Mechagodzilla, but he's not my favorite one.
Anyways.
All right,
Anyway.
and our last news story.
Oh fuck yeah.
SH MonsterArts Gamera 2 Legion.
Hell yeah.
Gamera, it's Gamera. Come
Yeah,
on,
This is how not into this fandom I am.
come
Who
on,
are you, my film history teacher?
Gamera.
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 All right.
Gamer. Oh
My first impression is
oh.
this thing reminds me of Hercules Kabuterimon.
Oh yeah. It's
No,
definitely
it looks
very
like he
bug-like.
looks like Hercules Kabuterimon fused with Skull Greymon.
Yeah, a little bit.
This-
I actually saw someone on social media did like skull versions of the other 7 chosen Digimon.
Oh, I gotta see that. Show me that later. This might be one of my favorite monster designs ever, and it's like in the movie, it's probably one of my favorite suit like creations. Period. It's so cool looking.
So if you look at the second photo, there's a reference shot with him and Gamera. You know what? Fuck, I'm calling him out for now. Like Gamera.
Gamera.
Where's Gamora?
Oh, yeah, that's
Speaking-
cool. Like he's fucking huge.
speaking of Digimon, for just like a quick second, apparently they did like Godzilla War Greymon.
Oh yeah,
That's badass.
Look at that shit.
and a Godzilla Metal Greymon.
I believe this in the movies, this is still Gamera's like tallest enemy ever. So yeah, that makes sense for that. Reference shot of
holy
Gamera.
fuck, he's a big boy.
Yeah. It's a female name.
Oh, that was a big.
Apparently. Oh, also Ichi, you're gonna like this because I was like, wait a minute, this also just reminded me of something else. I was like, oh yeah, you know how like Symphogear, how do you pronounce it? Symphogear makes like online, like yeah, you called it Gamera.
I think we're even.
Can hashtag confirminate that.
There were like those online like mobile games, right?
Yeah.
They did a crossover with Godzilla and Gamera once, right?
Oh wow.
And Legion was one of them. And so check this out, Ichi.
Oh.
She got an armor set based off Legion.
Wow.
Cool.
That's cool.
But yeah, Legion's a cool monster. And those movies are excellent. Check out the Gamera Millennium trilogy.
How many people did it take to suit?
There's a Kira Major crossover for Symphogear.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the mobile game had a lot of crossovers.
Yep.
Damn.
I forgot about that. That was so good.
How many people did it take to operate
the size
one? Like 3?
At least 3. Look how many like moving parts this thing had.
Yeah, there's the
look at that shit. Oh my god.
The Machine Dramon and the Skull Greymon.
Yo, the Machine Dramon one's sick.
I said that to you a while ago.
Oh man. Yeah, Skull Greymon's terrifying. Skull Greymon's so cool. Great. All, like honestly, like War Greymon's like my least favorite of all of like that evolution line. Like all of his other forms are way more badass.
I like Victory Greymon because he has a sword.
Guy sword?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna have to look.
I'll always hot take the Metal Greymon from Crosswords was shit.
Well, fuck you. Moving on.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ichi.
Just gonna talk about the figure here for a bit.
Yep.
So the shape of the figure is made in supervision with Fuyuki Shinada, who was involved with the modeling and sketch of the original Legion suit. The 10 interference wave claws can move independently at each joint.
Fuck yeah.
The sledge arms and size legs can be moved as well.
I got size legs.
Yeah. There are also movable joints all the way down to the lower half of the body, allowing it to twist from side to side. Coloring techniques used on the Legion suit at the time of the film, also used in coloring this figure. The eyes and the egg chamber in its chest are made with a design that employs painting over clear parts to recreate the film. The item stands 240 millimeters tall, 400 millimeters in length.
Yeesh.
Comes with flying form wing parts, flying form recreation exchangeable parts, flying form stand parts, and a display stand set.
Oh, I wish I had money that I could just use.
Oh yeah! Oh my god!
600.
Premium Bandai web exclusive 61,600 yen. August release.
Oh
man! Time for old Cell to go back to working the pole.
61,000 yen. They'll give you such a crick in the wallet.
Oh.
My money is missing.
Well, it was a good dream while it lasted.
Yeah.
Well, you can at least get the vinyl figure.
I could do that. Or I could just watch the movie again because I own it.
That too.
There you go.
Great
See,
movie.
what you do is you watch the movie and you freeze it at your favorite frame of the monster, and then you print that frame out and then you put it in a frame. You put it on your desk. There, you got the thing on your desk.
So
I
it's
feel like
2002.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be cheaper to just like 3D print one.
I was about to say. Yeah.
Also, that's a thing. I like fully haven't assimilated yet that 3D printing is a thing in society yet.
We just do it.
It's still such a fucking alien concept to me.
We just have it now.
Just like Legion.
Someone I know makes wallets.
Christ. For me, that's always just like, oh, everyone on Etsy does that.
Oh, you don't want to be one of those
Like I
Etsy
said,
people.
I'm not too big into like Gamera, but like, which
Should
is
be.
weird because it's the fucking turtle kaiju. No, like I'll always acknowledge Gamera's fucking badass. But
I
like,
think you'd like the movies, man.
I think you guys always talk a lot about the 90s movies, so I think I need to watch the 90s ones.
Yes.
Wait until after Mellow April.
Yep.
I watched the Netflix anime.
It was alright.
It was not great.
Well,
For
we're
one
going to
thing,
fix that. We're going to watch the 90s trilogy this year.
Hell yeah.
You'll like those.
All right, well, that is the news.
Find me
Okay,
this.
let's talk about fucking Betrayal, the episode.
Game of Thrones?
Yes.
So yeah, episode starts with Honto happening upon Dr. Suga and his children, the Bitter Gavs.
I'm gonna name that one Pinky and that one Brain.
Gee, you guys, who'd have ever thought that Dr. Sugar turned out to be a real piece of shit?
I don't believe it.
No one.
No, it's like,
Never would have seen it coming.
no, it's like, how bad is he? Just grab the guy by the collar. Gremlin bad.
Yeah. You can immediately tell that this relationship is not great because they call him dad and he's like, no. Sorry, master.
Yeah, that was fucked. I
no,
loved it.
because you know he's one of those people who he doesn't like see the Shoma clones as like actual like living things. He's like, you're just tools to make me Gojizos.
Yeah.
But the idea that the fact that they call him that first means they want to call him
they want him to be their dad.
No.
I mean, Shoma already has daddy issues.
Yeah, as
yeah.
people in the Discord were saying, both regular Shoma and Dark Shoma have shitty dads.
Yeah.
Yep.
And as they're also
It's
saying in the chat, so they want a sugar daddy.
Oh.
That is.
It's gonna be a Millhouse situation from Shelbyville.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say no one wants Shoma.
But Shoma is my name.
No.
That was the only Shoma.
I have daddy issues. I thought I was the only one that had daddy issues.
You idiot, we all have daddy issues.
It would be so funny if one of the Bitter Gavs survives and turns good somehow.
That'd be amazing.
So
That's the V cinema.
So basically, we found out that apparently, like, Honto using chokehold is affecting his Granute organ.
What they specifically told us is that it's so powerful that it's overstimulating his Granute organ.
It's too bitter.
Yeah.
Killing him. Choking on my own rage over here.
I'm sorry, Honto, but there's something wrong with your Granute organ. And, oh yeah? What's that? It's no damn good!
What I think's happening is he's a regular ass human, and all the time that they use their Gavv to transform, they're getting a shot of just straight up sugar and cocoa straight into their hearts. And I think as a human, that's not a good thing.
Sugar Rush! Sugar Rush!
But yeah,
Gojizo got fucking run over this episode.
Okay,
yeah.
I was watching it and it looked like the Chips Gochizo got away, but it would have been so much fucking funnier if we visibly saw a Chips Gochizo just get run the fuck over.
It's amazing how much they're doubling down on this, like with the Gochizo.
These are Pikmin and they die.
Yeah, but like the show is also trying to say life matters and you can't do this to living things.
But not these.
By the way, like
buy them.
By the way, this one dies repeatedly.
All the time.
No, we were saying earlier, this is how they market them because kids want to buy them to save them.
Yeah. Save the Gochizos. Bye now.
But yeah, I love one Gojizo. Like they're like a bunch of them are on like a spinning wheel, and apparently one of them just on the side dies from exhaustion.
Powering Dente's computers.
That's literally like a Kenny death.
Yeah. But just real quick to go back to Suga for a bit. So apparently, over the course of the episode, what we've learned about Suga is that his purpose is he wanted to create a human powerful enough to kill Granutes.
We still don't know why yet.
Which makes it all the weirder that he's working with Niel.
Well, and I said this to you, like, I don't know, but like I wonder if his motivation is literally just science.
I want to know if I can do it.
Yeah. Which...
That wouldn't be out of character for a science-type character in these shows.
Yeah, like he's working both sides.
Yeah, that even Niel was sitting there like, yeah, just, can we?
I'll say this, like, I'm
Fuck.
not saying this can't happen, but I hope it's not like they're trying to set up Sugar as like being like final villain sort of thing. Like I was conducting things from the shadows the whole time. I'd rather that didn't happen. It could, but I would like it.
I think it's not a case of he's like the big bad endgame. He is Honto's big bad endgame.
Yeah, like he's like, a third party, which I think could be interesting.
Just Dr. Sugar. Yeah, science.
You need to get some science up in this bitch.
So apparently he was just using Honto as his guinea pig to because every time the evil Shoma's clones would just pop out new Gojizos, he just wanted Honto to be the one to test them out for him to find I guess the perfect Gojizo for him to use for his Bake Magnum, I guess.
Yeah, and apparently as we see while they're fighting, well, this is skipping ahead a little bit, but apparently the whole reason he created Bake Magnum and the big power set was literally just hey, Hanto, here's a stronger system for you to use. Let me show you how awesome it is.
You think that's a lie though? Like, because like, what's like special about Hanto? You know, to him
that he's actually still alive.
It's because he's so determined to see his goals through.
It's that too, but it's also sounded very much like he had his eye on Hanto from a lot longer than we've seen Suga in the show.
Yeah,
entirely possible. Yeah.
And that's that he was. Yeah, he recognized there was something special about Hanto that would have made him perfect for the experiments, and so he just kind of manipulated events to get Hanto to show up and willingly undergo the surgery.
I sense dead mom energy in this one.
No, I just killed your father figure.
Yeah, and that's why he killed his mentor.
Yep. It's so crazy to find out that he was like puppeteering even so far back.
Yeah, because like you realize it because they cut back to like a scene where Hanto's like talking to his mentor, and then you see like one of like the like agents just like standing there watching him, and like I was always kind of like, I'm like, why is he watching them? Like that's weird. So it was just because Neil hired him to like watch over them. So
yeah, also because the Discord is talking about it, there's that scene where they're trying to pin down Chokehold as he's bouncing around Dente's lab. And then Saichika just goes like super ninja focus mode, grabs it, and then they put it in a fucking jar.
He looks so fucking cute in the yellow jacket.
Oh, Saichika? Yeah. Yeah, her fucking little like sixth sense ability to like fucking catch Chokehold, that was great.
Yakugan.
It's so... When was the last time our main writer protagonist was kidnapped and held for ransom in a show like this?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. You usually see them in this position.
Yeah.
I also just love the framing of this shot with like Bitter Gav's like hand on him.
Hanto, can you come pick me up? I frued up.
It's weird. I really like the eerie music when Shoma went to go confront Suga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it starts out nice and clear, but then as they start talking, the music, you can hear it in the record. It starts getting a bit distorted. As if like this just went like he is someone that you should not mess with.
And speaking of our main characters acting like children, just the fucking shot of Rakia going down the slide while he's chilling out in the
I was about to say, I understand that this guy, you know, he's new to the human world and he doesn't really have a concept of it yet.
Yeah.
Don't hang out in a children's playground.
Don't do that. Just don't. If you are an adult, don't do that.
But he lives there.
He's observing the children.
It's reminding me of like in Always Sunny when like they find Frank like wrapped up in a fucking coil in the park.
Yeah.
You know what? It just hey, where's Rakia? To the park.
To the park.
To the children.
Guys, of course that's where he is. He lives there.
That's true.
I mean, yeah, every time we usually cut back to Rakia, he's just like napping
on
somewhere.
A bench in a park, consistently.
He
just fucking lives there.
He's a hobo. Yeah, he's a hobo.
Yeah, he's a hobo. He lives in the park.
No, it's fine. That's fine that he lives in the park.
Homeless.
You're gonna get picked up. There's gonna be a lot of concerned mothers. It's like, yeah, this man is just hanging around my children, and he's not. Is he like sitting on the bench? No, he's in the jungle gym. Like that can't be okay, right?
Officer, please come pick up this handsome boy. What?
It's also interesting that there's this one really weird, creepy shot of Suga in his lab, and there's just a lullaby playing.
Yeah, that was weird.
I was half expecting to pan over and see the Bitter Gavv twins asleep.
Oh my god! Okay, can we talk about the Bake engine?
No. Okay, we'll talk about it for just one moment. Or okay. No, not just for a moment.
In a moment, yeah.
In a moment, yeah.
Okay.
I like that Sachika finally meets Grunkle Dente.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
And it's like, oh, does he scare you? And she's like, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't scared.
Yeah, and like, you know, Hanto also meets Grunkle Dente as well.
Yeah.
He's like,
Hanto's just like,
good
oh
news. He's like, whoa, I want to good guys.
To be fair, if you woke up to that face, you might go, ah.
Yeah, and I also love when they call Rakia on the phone. It's like, remember me? You tried to kill me that one time. Good times.
Come over.
Come on down.
Can you go rescue Shoma? But come visit me first before you do it.
All right.
And this is set up for Val and Frappe.
I have a bad feeling Uncle Dente is not going to make it through this show, and that'll be
No,
sad.
Probably not.
Grunkle Dente is going to fucking die. I'm going to be upset by that.
Either Yelv or King
Lango
Lango will fucking do it himself, like right at the end. It's like, oh, this is where you've been getting all your shit from. Choke.
Crimson Riot. Love the Gravity Falls reference. Yeah, when I found out he was the great uncle, of course I'm going to call him Grunkle Dente.
Oh yeah, Grunkle Dente. It's great. Love it.
Yeah.
It just rolls off the tongue.
Okay. The Bake Henshin. Oh my god.
Which is apparently underneath a movie theater.
Yeah, they mentioned meeting under a movie theater.
So we get introduced to his new Henshin device, which is the Bake Magnum, which
out of fucking nowhere.
He did say it's an upgrade of the Valen Buster. So like I always love that when a rider uses something that was like a prototype and then someone makes like the better. So it was like in Gaim where like the Sengoku drivers were the prototype and the Genesis driver was technically
that's fine. I'm just a little sad that there was literally no lead up. He just pulled it out of his ass completely out of nowhere.
Like you would have liked to seen like we saw with like the other ones where like he's like working on it or something. Yeah, I could see that.
Or what would have been cool is when he was checking his computer while the lullaby was playing, it could have had, instead of a screen showing the children, it should have been like a little thing that said like, you know, processing. It's like a blueprint of the gun.
By the way, that shot, there was like a silhouette of a baby with the name K on it, and I'm like, is he also just trying to actually create a human? What the fuck is going on there?
I think I made a joke about it, but I think I'm on the right track here. I think he's literally, I sought to create the world's greatest Kamen Rider, and I succeeded. I really think that's where it's going.
Fucking maybe.
I'm gonna go full. It's for the summer movie, guys.
Oh my god,
the K stands for Kenzo, which is Suga's first name, so he's literally making a son.
Oh.
No, the K stands for Kellogg's.
No, guys, he's trying to one up what George did. He's trying to make the ultimate Kamen Rider.
Well, like, for whatever fucking reason, K is the symbol for potassium, so maybe he's making a potassium baby.
So, to no one's surprise, yes, I ordered my own. My own Bake Magnum, so it's on its way.
You know what? No, Decker brings up a good point. He's making a body for himself.
Maybe
because at the end of the fight, you see his hand literally like shrivel up, and he's like,
"We'll get to that."
Yeah, this isn't meant for an old body. It's like, oh, he's making a new
old
body.
Is he? He doesn't look that old.
He's Robot from Invincible. Yeah, just let's just hope he's not like later on Robot.
Okay, so we get the debut of Kamen Rider Bake,
and I think it's cool.
it's just a bitter Gavv suit.
I like it. I like the bitter Gavv suit,
but the form is uglier.
Hang on. First off, so like, I want to break down this whole henshin sequence because it's fucking fantastic. So I like that he puts it in the Magnum, and then he's like, what do you say? Oh yeah, henshin.
That was a fun bit.
I'm like, you're having trouble saying the word transform.
Well, has he actually seen the Rider's henshin?
Yeah, he hasn't watched the show like us.
He's recorded them and stuff.
How do I say again? Oh, that's right. Changes in Kai.
I love the Kamen Rider Bake suit more now because of the henshin sequence. So like it like shoots this thing and like it like the standby chime, everything, it's saying fire. Like I love that shit. Eat that shit up.
The standby chime is a fucking banger.
Oh, it's so good. And it drops like a holographic like Bake Magnum on top of him, and then it creates like heating elements like inside like an oven.
Literally bake him.
And it drops like cookie dough onto his body, and then it starts like baking the suit. And then the reason basically like the undersuit is black is because it's like
burned black.
He's burnt a bit. And so now I just really love Bake's design because of like the meaning behind it. And
that's fine.
Because of the henshin.
That's fine, and all that makes perfect sense. I just wish it wasn't a reskin of Bitter Gavv.
That's fair. I literally made cookies the other night, so I was like, oh, yeah, it's nostalgic.
So now every time you bake cookies, you have to go beyond biology!
You know I will.
And if you notice behind the back of the suit, it's all like black because it's like sometimes when you bake cookies, sometimes the bottom of the cookie is a bit more burnt than the top part of the cookie. So,
I love when he starts like shooting and then like the bullets break into chunks and then the chocolate chips are also bombs.
Yep.
Lane, how long are your arms?
How long am I? Pretty long.
Because that's a very far fucking stretch.
I like to believe that what I had said. So
I will say,
John, drop us a line.
I will say, this entire time we've been told that this is the same guy who voices Jiran in Zenkaiger. Hearing him fight while transformed, this was the first time I actually believed that to be true. The tinge in his voice while he was fighting, he started to sound like Jiran for the first time.
Oh yeah. Also, he dropped the info bomb about himself that apparently for 20 years of research, like he's
And
researching
sacrifice.
Grenouds, he's just been fucking killing people
Yep.
in the name of science. I'm like, you sick fuck.
For science!
Surprising exactly 0 people, I am one of those demented scientist tropes.
Again, man, we need like a crossover special, like a Toei Tokusatsu fan club special where we just have Dr. Sugar, George, and Ryoma just all in the same fucking room.
Yeah.
It's the mad scientists of Rider. That'd be awesome.
But yeah, the fight between Bake and Gavv is pretty good. At least seeing what Bake does is fun, while Gavv struggles to stand the fuck up because he's so sick.
He shoots cookie bullets. I love him.
And yeah, the way he does the thing where like they make physical versions of the words of their onomatopoeia and just he launches those. That's
Yeah, he brings attention to it too. He's like, oh.
Yeah. Yes, Dan Kuroda should be in that too.
That's very
Oh yes. But I just have to give credit to Honto's actor. Man, like Honto was so devastated, destroyed, and you could just see the tears forming down this man's face where he just hears how like everything he's been doing up to this point was basically a fucking lie.
Everything was. He reduces his dead master to bait to get you.
What's that song like betrayed?
Deception.
No, not that one.
No, betrayed from the producers.
Yeah, there you go. Betrayed from the producers.
I was like, when this happened, when we saw like him like dehench, and wasn't that like where the we saw the cookie die?
His Gochizos die as well.
No, but you know what I feel like they should have done? They should have gave it like double horns and like demonic wings instead, and then it goes downwards.
Yeah, like his Gochizos go to hell.
That'd be
instead.
Hilarious.
Yeah,
well, no, we got it. All Gochizos go to heaven lane.
Oh.
The Gochizos are innocent. He's the fucking villain.
Except for the 3 immortal ones, Cake
and then yes, as Gar said earlier, when he dehensions, he looks at his hand and it just shrivels up, and he's like, "That's not good."
I love the Atar on the Discord. Suga went from chocolate chip to raisin.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I hate oatmeal raisin cookies.
They're fine.
Like
raisins don't belong.
I just love the fucking dichotomy between Honto there lying there having a fucking emotional meltdown. Meanwhile, bitter Gavv is in the background going wee and running around like a fucking child.
Fun direction there.
You know what'd be sick, and like it'd be such a fun twist if like he wants to make a new body for himself, so he like realizes like Shoma's not working, and then he just like he dehensions his Bake, and it's just Honto. He just recreated Honto's body.
We were talking about that a little bit earlier, but I think that is very possible because when he says he wants to make a human who can defeat Grenouds, and obviously he's talking about Honto, it could be the case of, I'm not talking about I want you to grow powerful enough so that you can destroy Grenouds. I want you to grow powerful enough so that I can Lazard Valeth my soul into your body and use your body to A, become young again, and B, to kill Grenouds.
Also, Honto made a mention. He's like, "Wait, how the fuck did you transform into a Kamen Rider?" And he's like, "Oh, well, after like I saw the organ transplant, like I put into you worked. It was easier to do it for me. So I'm like, wait, how the fuck did you perform surgery on yourself?"
He had one of the bitter Gavs do it.
Oh, that must have been hard because like they can't keep still.
Well, no, you know, like he said, he made it simple for a child.
Science,
bitch.
Science rules.
So yeah.
Anyways,
crazy
I like
episode.
crazy episode. Great like acting by Honto's actor, and just Kamen Rider Bake. I love him. He's cool. The Bake Magnum's sick.
I will say the Bake Magnum I love. It is a vast improvement on the Valen Buster design.
This episode shows why you don't fuck around with science. You get a witch finger out of it.
Now I'm excited to have a Bake Magnum on the way because now I can dual wield Valen Buster and the Bake Magnum. It's gonna be sick. I'll just be like.
But as people have been pointing out, on the actual toy of the Bake Magnum, it doesn't have a reader on it, which means it only just does the one sound.
that is a deal breaker almost for me, but like
a deal baker?
Oh, that's the name of the episode.
No, that's awful. Don't reward me for that.
Anyways, so next week we get looks like the boyfriends get back together finally. Honto decides to let his hair down.
Right, because this episode, Sachika brought it up to Honto, like, Shoma's been going through some stuff. He's like, well, what do you mean? It's like, he hasn't eaten anything except ice cream. And he's like, he said there might be something, like, mentally, like psychologically wrong with him. And it just proceeds to cut back to the scene where Honto beat the shit out of Shoma for lying to him. He's like, yeah.
I like to think of these last few episodes as, like, the Sick Boys arc. Because they're both in pain and sick and fucked up.
My tummy's hurt.
Anyways, next week we get Val and Frappe, and it looks fucking sick.
And also, caking versus baking.
Oh. Yeah. So wait, now is it just gonna be like Valen, Gavv, and Vram versus Bake and like an army of bitter Gavs? That's gonna be cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Just a quick, as set up for Valen Frappe, Dente is borrowing the Vram driver or Vrastum gear so that he can make a copy of it, and that's how Valen Frappe happens.
Okay, I love that Valen's still continuing it on with the drop kicks. I don't know why. I love drop kicks. Drop kicks are so cool. If I didn't have such a shitty physical body, I would love to try to drop kick someone.
Who are you gonna drop kick, Lane?
Do it anyway.
I don't know, someone tough, like a bodybuilder who could take it.
Like, I just drop kick.
Decker's like, I want to drop kick someone. Lane 2025.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyways, let's go Gozyuger. Engage.
So this is the Sumino episode.
So you could say the bumper is meddling with you.
That's a stretch.
I gotta say, like, I know so far, like the amount of episodes we've seen her character, she's all right. I think she's honestly my least favorite of the Gozyugers.
Well, that's because we haven't seen much of her yet, Lane. Like, she showed up for a brief cameo in episode 1 with everyone else, I think. Episode 3? She made her proper debut. And then episode 4, she had a moment, and then episode 5 is where we finally get to see who she actually is.
Okay, so we need to get this out of the way. Fuck everyone else's powers. Her ability to read minds, most busted civilian power.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yes. Yeah.
A little bit. Yeah.
Okay. Like that for me is weird. Like, okay, senses. All right. What's blues again?
Hearing
makes sense. Green.
As we learned in this episode, it's sight.
Oh, right. It's the sight beyond sight. Yellow is his super strength. Unicorn.
Reading minds.
If I had to guess. Go ahead, Gar. Go finish what you said.
I was just thinking, like, the whole Family Guy superpower thing. My super strength and Meg's ability to grow her fingernails out.
If I had to guess what they're going for here, it's like all their powers are somewhat based off their animal, and because unicorns are fucking magic, like...
I think the idea, like, unicorns aren't real. They're imaginary. They only exist in your mind.
Oh, you're right.
So you have a power that is mind-themed.
Yes. Well, everyone knows unicorns have the ability to read minds from their horns.
Yeah. Duh. That's where the mayonnaise comes out.
I made that up.
They made it the fuck.
Yeah, it is weird, but like if I had to say, like it's a unicorn, sky's the limit. You could have said shoots lasers out her eyes. Like,
she stabs people with her forehead.
Oh, okay.
Can I just say green? Can I just say Tegasword green looks fucking sick?
Agreed.
So cool looking. Agreed.
Yeah. So what's going on in this episode?
So Sumino is dating everyone who's even vaguely related to the case of her missing sisters, so that she can read their minds and find out their secrets about
That's a way to do
the
it.
case. Which was a cute gag. I wonder how long that's gonna go on for.
What if this is just like a Neon situation from fucking Geats, where it's like, no, your sister wasn't the one who was kidnapped and killed. It was you.
Oh my god.
No,
That's
but
so weird.
But the disturbing fact that like you see the newspaper that says that her sister went missing, and she acknowledged it in the episode. This happened in 2017. This was 8 years ago.
And like over the course of the episode, she says that her wish is to get revenge on whoever took her sister, and I'm sure everyone's immediate reaction was, "Why would you not instead just wish to have your sister back?"
Well, as we find out,
that's not how it works.
For me, you know what made me sad? I had a moment of like, because I just have this weird empathy for this sort of thing, where like, because
is your sister also kidnapped?
Well, occasionally.
Whenever I feel like it.
Yeah. No, it's the like the person she's on the date with. Like, you know, I always feel bad when it's like clearly like, you have to like put out a casting call for who looks like a loser,
who looks like a virgin nerd.
This guy.
I don't
like.
The only worst. Sorry. The only worst thing you could possibly get cast for is pedophile. It's like.
I don't know who that actor was on the right, like the non-nerdy dude, but he looked like Kyoryu Red.
Yeah, he did. But in other areas.
Like when she was reading their minds, you know, the nerdy. What do we call him? You know what? The nerd.
Virgin.
Let's call him the nerd. Yeah, the virgin.
There was the Chad and there was the virgin.
Yeah, where he straight up said, "How do I get her alone after this?" And it's just like,
You tell her you know where her sister is.
Hey, yo.
Hey, you know, shoot your
how
shot.
are we interpreting this?
I don't think you need to interpret anything.
It's pretty clear.
Yeah. He wanted to put his penis in her vagina.
But yeah,
I never read that line.
Yeah, apparently she can't even henshin, and I guess that it had to. It wasn't like it wasn't explicitly stated how it was resolved, but I guess the idea we're supposed to take away from it is because she wasn't true to herself about what her wish was, she couldn't transform.
That was my guess, like Spider-Man powers going away logic.
And then, like when it actually happened,
her abilities for evil.
When it actually happened and she could transform, what I felt happened was she accepted the responsibility of fighting to save the public from the monsters that the power set comes with, and that's when it was like, all right, now you can transform.
Yeah.
So I think the fact that she was not clear about her wish, and the fact that she was refusing to use her powers for anything outside of personal gain are fully unrelated.
Can we just talk about the fucking ending? What the fuck was that about?
Oh, we'll get to that. That's a whole thing.
Let's talk about the episode.
Okay,
proper.
yeah. Kinjiro continues to be my favorite character because
he's so funny.
Okay.
He runs in because like the monster of the week is apparently like the #1 in meddling.
Yeah, like Osekai, which means like nosy, busybody, meddler.
It was the guy. It was the date, and you get turned into a giant nautilus, which a cool monster design. But I'm like, what does that have to do with anything?
I don't. There's some sort of language joke at play that I didn't grasp.
So
but yeah, best bit in the episode.
Oh, this was great.
So Kinjiro walks in like with a fucking boombox, and he's like, "Yeah, I got disco on here."
You're not paying attention to the other important bit: the fact that he came in with a brand new suit.
He's dressed like the fucking Riddler.
I want him to have a new suit every episode.
I hope he does.
I hope he does. I feel like he's just got a whole wardrobe of them.
What else is he? What else is he gonna buy with his pension?
That's true.
His party pension?
Yeah, but he comes in with the boombox and he's like, all right, time to crank up the music to be meddling, and he pulls out a little cassette tape.
He pulls out a CD player boombox and a fucking cassette tape and tries to put it in. Why isn't this working? It's newer than vinyl records.
Oh, no.
I'm like, oh, I feel old because I had cassette tapes as a kid.
Old.
He has grandchildren and children. In his whole 87 years of living, he's never seen a CD?
Lane, I can believe that.
Yeah,
have you ever tried to get an elderly person to work anything new?
I do still see a lot of old people with flip phones. So.
Like, not only that, like, sorry, Gar, but not only that, like, no one uses CDs anymore. Like, that's, like, all of this was outdated, which was very funny.
He just shows up with a fucking Spotify playlist.
Right?
I love that I can't remember their names at the moment. Blue and Yellow Ranger.
Rikuo and
I
Ryugi.
I love how buddy they are with each other. It's like, bro, let's do it. All
Yeah.
right. So they start doing the meddling thing by drawing on the monster. It's like, that's my autograph. I put the Tegasword.
I swear to
Cool,
God,
guys, but that's not meddling. That's just being annoying.
as they were starting to draw, the very, very short second shot of you see Ryugi starting his drawing, it looked like he was drawing a dick.
Well, at least how we wanted to see.
That's my autograph.
And yeah,
I drew a penis.
I love that they came at this with the vibe of, we've done this before, it's time for Plan Alpha.
Oh, yeah. And it just annoys the monster.
Like you know what? I know we don't get a lot of V-cinemas with Sentais. I want a V-cinema with these two. Like, give me their origin story, because apparently they hung out, like, a month prior before.
Yeah, they seem to have good
I'm not
chemistry,
sure.
these two.
In real life or in the show. I can't remember which is which.
Which is really weird because they're so different.
Opposites attract.
A pop star and a monk of a cult no one knows about.
And it's just like, here's my book with an autograph in it. But I'm gonna be meddling, give you too many copies, and this giant ass box slams down on them with like 1,000 copies.
I also like that the monster's autograph had like the Nautilus, like how his autograph has the kitty face.
Yeah.
Very cute.
Oh yeah, so is that supposed to be like a shrimp or something on his
Nautilus.
mouth?
It's like a
Nautilus.
snail
Yeah,
kind of thing.
I'll send a picture in the
Oh,
chat. It's a real thing.
Like an ammonite?
Kinda. I still don't know how that connects to meddling. I'm sure there's some sort of language pun at play. But yeah, so Sumino shows up, fucking yoinks all their rings while they're down, and then fucking bails.
Yeah. Just like,
Well, you guys are useless.
And I also love that. I don't know if this was on purpose or not, but she runs away with the kind of run you'd see women in high heels doing, even though she's not in high heels.
Yeah, like that feels like she was directed to run that way. Because I'm like, have you never ran before? Like,
I'd like to point out that no one else in my family runs like a girl.
to quote the Goldbergs, who runs like that?
Well, we know that all the number ones have animal designs, but what we're asking is why specifically this for the meddling one?
The grabby face? I don't know.
I don't know.
It doesn't matter. It ultimately doesn't matter.
Yeah. But then we get this bit where like Haru catches up to her while she's helping an injured child, and then he's like, give my ring back. Fuck the others.
Yeah.
And then she's like, okay, fetch! And then she yeets a fake.
And I was like, there's no way that's the real ring, but Ichi had a fun idea.
Hey, remember that previous episode where Green literally just willed his ring back out of the river onto his finger?
Yeah, why did they just do that?
It's the green ring, guys. Come on.
Yeah, but
Willpower.
that would have been just a moment. It's like, she just whips it into the fucking river, Red just looks at it and just like, eh.
Oh, so we're
And
operating
just wills it back into his hand.
So we're operating on Keyblade rules.
I don't want to gloss over what Gar just said. That was a very clever joke, Gar.
What?
Thank you. It's the
Say it
green
again.
ring. Willpower.
Green
Lanterns.
Read
Well,
a
you guys
comic
suck.
book.
I'm out of here.
No! The movie really turned me off of the Green Lantern.
Yeah, fair.
Oh, hang on.
The only Green Lantern I accept is Daffy Duck.
Okay, that was a pretty good episode, yeah.
Yeah, so we start...
Sorry, Ichi. You had the fun idea, though, that when she threw the ring, it was actually one of the other guys' ring.
Yeah.
Which that would have been hilarious.
It would have been funny if she threw, like, Blue's ring, and then he runs and gets it, and like, fuck, go on!
Nah, but she needs them all, so...
Yeah, she kept them because she has to get them all.
Just goes you eagle. Just one episode just goes like, in brightest day and blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power. Tegasword's light.
Body people's light.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
you fucking sick.
Body people's light.
You know what? Since he's the eagle, I want to see him jump from like a high building or something, transform into eagle, and then like just swoop down. Just
that moment when fucking in Family Guy when like no one can die and Peter just jumps.
I'm gonna jump off this building. Hey, look! I beat my loogie.
wow.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The Prime Minister Tregear, as I'm gonna call him. Prime Minister Tregear gives her, Yeah, Don Momotaro gives her the Ryusoulger Sentai ring.
I'm just sitting here like, wow, Tokunatsu really is going to be an ongoing character.
Yeah, which then I responded to Ichi in our fucking chat earlier today. I'm like, gee, the Dawn Brothers character who's in the show written by the daughter of the writer who made Dawn Brothers? No.
Fucking shoot me.
I feel like he's not going to be around, but he is. Think of it this way.
He's gone next episode. Awesome.
No, I have a feeling he's not going to stick around because A, big actor, and B, since the Rangers made a pact with each other of we're only working together to get all the rings, and then whoever gets the most rings by the end, we're going to fight for it.
Yeah.
Who currently has the most rings that they know of? The Prime Minister. Think of it. He has the Time Ranger key. He has the Jetman. He has the Jetman ring, the Time Ranger ring, and the Don Momotaro ring. That's 3 rings in one person. For one person. There's 5 of us. We can take his ass.
I would be fully okay with this show having a late game arc of everyone ganging up to kill Don Momotaro. Or maybe that's next episode.
That definitely seems like next episode based on the preview.
Fun.
Who are you? I'm here to kick your ass.
It's so fun that we talked about, while we were watching the episodes, about how Sentai are vigilantes. If this is leading up to next episode of the Super Sentai killing the Prime Minister.
That'd be kind of great.
Oh my god.
I wonder what we're trying to say.
I kind of want the Pat Ranger and the Deca Ranger users to be like part buddy cops.
Yeah. So we go into the warehouse where we get this bit where like, oh, if you kill him, I'll give you this clue about your sister, and she decides.
It has fingerprints on it.
Yeah, otherwise we're gonna burn the evidence.
And I like horror was just like
fucking
kill me,
do it!
Yeah, do it. You won't.
Kill me!
Fucking pussy, like.
Shoot her!
End my suffering.
I would love to have that amount of confidence.
This is Dutch from Predator. Come on, kill me! I'm right here. Come on.
Pull the trigger, motherfucker.
Kill me! Yeah, do it, motherfucker.
But of course, this is a Sentai, so she frees him and they team up, and she finally unlocks her powers as GozyuUnicorn.
And she looks nice. I like GozyuUnicorn.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have our debut of our first core team female Black Ranger.
We did it.
With pink accents.
Hyperforce did it.
Yeah, do it a little.
Hyperforce doesn't count and you know it.
You bitch.
I love Hyperforce.
Unicorn
Someone
power.
has to.
You would.
Yeah.
I'll
I'll say this. Like, yes, probably pink because, well, she's a girl. She's got pink. So I love black and pink together, so I'm in.
Yeah. It's not the worst.
I'm curious to see if like the palette swap difference, like pink with black highlights.
That'd have been interesting.
Would it work as well?
My biggest problem with the GozyuUnicorn suit is the vertically long horse face on the helmet looks really fucking dumb.
Why long face?
Genetics.
Why the long face?
But yeah, so she pulls out the unicorn drill go, which is a very cool weapon.
Also, I like that her sound for when she does like the clapping. It's like from like a 90s like club song where it goes like, oh!
I forgot to like listen to everyone's different versions after we heard Green's the other week.
Yeah, so Red's is a guitar. I don't remember what Yellow's is.
Hymns.
Blues, I don't remember either. And Green's is like the like flute or whatever.
I know you guys told us about it. I'm saying I forgot to go back and listen to them. Yellow's drums,
Blues is synth. Cool.
So put them all together, and you get something like the Voltron Legendary Defender opening, where all the music comes together to make one song.
And I'll form the synth.
Oh, apparently the Golden Eye was a Magi Ranger reference.
Oh, was he? Oh, Magi-Gide, yeah.
I want to go back and like start listing them all. I was thinking, I'm like, wait, weren't the other two brothers? And it's like, oh right, Go 5 and 5 Man.
Oh yeah.
And I think the ones before that was Go Ranger.
I think it's very funny that they're like giving all the gold guys like a personality trait for
a total of 5 minutes before they get murdered.
Right, they're the Gochizos
of
the
fucking same. but hey, we're all gonna make them unique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
So yeah, as I said, as Decker shows pictures here, Tegasword Green is fucking sick.
Again,
very cool.
Suit looks good. Toy fucking fugly.
What are you gonna do?
I'm just glad that like his weapon, because it's a bow, it can like spread out on the entire body instead of being like one fucking arm or something.
I love that bit where he did like a rider kick in the sky and it just rained down arrows.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
We also get to see GozyuUnicorn use the Ryusoulger ring, which, as all of these are going to be, most of them, it just doesn't look good.
That is fine.
Yeah, like I said, when Yellow used it for O-Ranger, it was fucking
I was gonna
awesome.
say that's so far the only one that's looked good.
I'll say this, like, something I'm finding interesting about the series is I like the characters themselves as characters so far, but like a lot of the visual stuff I'm very meh on.
It's also interesting to note that when she transforms into Ryusoul Red, she has the Ryusoul changer on her wrist.
Oh.
I wonder how much interactivity there is with that.
I think it's just the suit. Like,
I know it's
Because
part
the
of the
suit has
suit,
it.
but
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, could she like pull other Ryusouls out and use them?
These are questions.
well, no,
they're not
because
gonna answer.
she doesn't have the Ryusoulger belt buckle.
I don't know.
That's a whole
she has is-
topic of itself. The belt mechanics
it's
of
just
this.
I think it's just an accessory.
Yeah.
Gotta accessorize.
But yeah, so Tegazord Green shows up, picks up the giant ding dong mech, and literally carries him off to the battle quarry.
Yeah.
Also, I'm a bit upset they didn't go with the female red Ryusoul suit that they actually do have from the Gokaiger 10 years later movie.
Yeah.
Oh, that's surprising.
Yeah, like the suit exists, guys. You could have used it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So next episode, though, I guess we're seeing the unicorn one.
Yeah, we'll see Tegazord Black next episode.
Oh, but anyways, so yeah, Suino goes like, "Oh, the only thing I remember about the person who kidnapped my sister was had gray eyes."
And she makes a point of saying, like, oh, I'm going to find my sister. I still want to kick his ass, though, whoever
Yeah.
did it. And yeah, like you said, oh, he has gray eyes. And then we cut to outside, where...
Rico is talking to his fans who say, "I miss when you had gray eyes."
Yeah, he's like, where'd you find this old picture?
And when he walks back in, look on her face. Makes me wonder if she heard that.
No, I feel like
but
if she...
I think this is I think this is a misdirection. It's like, oh, we're supposed
It'll
to
be
think,
someone
but
else.
it's just a
No,
coincidence.
no, watch it. As crazy as it sounds, watch it be a fan of his.
I was gonna say, because like, if it was him and she knew it was him, obviously she would have not held back and confronted him immediately.
But then again, we still don't know why he's no longer an idol.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe
it's not
he
that
did
again,
kidnap her,
that
and
was-
that
He still thinks he is one.
But then again, that was recent. This was like 8 years ago when the kidnapping happened.
Yeah.
It's going to be the Prime Minister.
See, I think the whole thing of Blue having gray eyes before. I think it's just a misdirection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah,
like, we were
but-
watching on the next episode, we're like, what the hell is going on?
So much weird shit happens that all I managed to write down is Tegazord Black and Tokonatsu is allying with Brydon.
Oh no, this reminds me of that Dawn Brothers episode where they pretend to be a family.
Oh, that's what it is.
They look like Speed Racer characters.
Oh, dude,
I
love
don't
that
know.
movie.
There's more to Speed Racer than the movie lane.
You know,
No.
what episode was this? 5? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyways,
It took
cool.
It took a month and a half, but we finally got all the members of the Gozyugers together.
Yay!
Hey, now I want to see a full group henshin.
Next time, Ichi.
The old guy is a young boy dressed up as an old guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is pretty good.
How you do, Philip?
That meme's gonna get overused all year.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, just can you just imagine him accidentally like saying something inappropriate, and they're just gonna be like, different time. He's from a different time.
Oh,
Goes you Eagle canceled.
oh yeah.
Women can't be men.
No. He just looks at her and says, "So, what was your profession?" "I was a police officer." "Huh? That's for men, darling."
Women in the police. What?
Don't
Don't get him started on his views about the mainland.
You go make me some eggs.
No.
No,
Hopefully not.
They won't go that far. No.
All right.
New
your
life.
topic.
but we shall
Hooray, our wallpaper is no longer a spoiler because this episode we got to see Chris henching into Ichaival.
I hate you.
Why?
Yeah, I didn't really like this.
The first season's kind of slow.
For me, it's more of like a because it's been like a year since the last time we talked about it. I'm just kind of was watching. I'm like, what's been happening?
Yeah, that's that moment where I haven't been here in a long time, and I was just staring at the list of topics for all this. Like, are we still on season 1?
Yes.
I remember when you guys started watching.
So, go ahead, Gar.
Oh, I was just gonna say to Raven, it's one of those things where I was looking at all the shows on like the others list. I'm like, there's gotta be some shows where we can like complete them in the sense of like, there
and
we
you
talked
picked
about
the
this
show with
as a whole.
5 seasons.
Like, yeah, you can't
no, just for one season. We'll at least finish the one.
I was playing Fortnite with my friends today, and they're like, "Oh, Lane, like, what are you up to today?" And I was like, "Oh, well, our feature topic on our podcast tonight is we're talking about this like anime that we started watching on the podcast like 5 years ago. We've been slowly getting onto it." Because we literally started Symphogear because there was that month break in Toku. We didn't have Rider or Sentai, so we were like,
"0-1" because of COVID.
Yeah, so then we were just like, what's everyone want to hear us like talk about? It's like Symphogear.
So yeah, there's something fun and slightly related to me that I like about this episode.
Is the name?
Yeah, so not only is the focus character here named literally Chris, which is my actual name, but in the first season of this show in particular, anytime the name of her relic is shown on screen, it was mistranslated and typoed as Ichii-Bal, spelled Ichii-Bal, when the actual spelling is Ichaival, spelled Ichaival.
She's like, I can see Ichii-Bal, look in the mirror.
So since I have Crunchyroll Premium, I can confirm that in the subs on Crunchyroll, it did say Ichaival.
Yeah, so anything subbed later would have corrected it, but you can see it on screen in at least one shot where it spells it Ichii-Bal.
Ichi's balls.
So the name of her power set, Ichii-Bal, was of particular interest to me when I watched the show the first time. And not only is it cool, is it on a character named Chris, but it's, I think, one of the coolest power sets in the whole franchise.
Oh, she has fucking flat-out miniguns. It's sick.
She starts with fucking bow guns that then evolve into fucking dual chain guns.
Yeah, no, it's sick.
And her music is banging.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no. So like Ichii, when he was getting into Symphogear, he used to like play like Symphogear songs all the time. So when I heard Chris's theme come on, I'm like, oh, it's that one song Ichii always played in the fucking car.
The name of the song is Makyu Ichaival. I actually think it's her best song. I like it better than any of her other songs.
I always remember it because I always remember the beginning of the song because it goes like ooh ooh.
I think the second season one from her.
There are other characters that have better songs later seasons, but through the whole franchise, I don't think there's a Chris song I like better than Makyu Ichaival.
Like I said, the season 2 one I think is better, but that's my opinion on it.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say I know shit was resolved in episode 8, but I just have to say I just think it was very unfair of Miku to be like ignoring Hibiki the way she did when she was informed about everything that Hibiki's been doing and what's been going on, and she was sworn to not say anything about it, and she was still like ignoring Hibiki about it. I'm like, that's not fair.
Yeah, the whole thing is,
you know what her whole deal was.
You promised we wouldn't hide anything from each other, and we're like, I'm sorry that didn't include government secrets.
Yeah, like I can't. I am under a gag order.
I physically
work for the government.
Say anything.
I will go to jail. I will go to Japanese girl jail.
You know the worst part? The absolute worst part about Miku acting like that these couple episodes is when you actually understand the two of their backstory together. And how, holy fucking shit, what?
Yeah, one thing you come to understand over the course of the series is it may come off like tropey, it's incredibly so in some cases.
Yes.
And then you find out that almost everyone in the show has a most incredibly fucked up backstory.
And that seems so out of place for the rest of, like, the niceties of this show.
Yeah.
Like, can I just say, like, I didn't really care for this, like I said. And part of that's, like, I'm not into, like, most animes that just play into tropes this much.
And,
you know?
like, are they
The
like,
music's cool.
but... And, like, it's weird. Like they're best friends, a couple? Like, what's going on?
These two are very ambiguous, unambiguous about that.
Yeah.
Well, because, like, they bathe together, so...
Bathe together, sleep together, spend every waking fucking
Oh,
moment
yeah.
together.
It was so heartbreaking when, like, he's, like, trying to talk to her, and she's like, it's okay, you can stay here, I'm going to bed, and she just, like, goes in the bottom bunk, closes the fucking curtains, and I'm like, oh,
It's so funny,
damn.
it's like, I'm sleeping on the lower bunk tonight.
They made a whole thing earlier in the series about how the bottom bunk was for storage.
Yeah.
They both sleep on the top bunk regularly. The bottom bunk is for storage because, hey, that's just convenient.
Yeah. Although I gotta say, like...
and then she just cleared out the bottom bunk and you could see all the boxes
That's like
off
the
to the side of the bed.
It's like the equivalent of most couples would, like, someone would be sleeping on the couch.
On the fucking couch. Sleep on the bottom bunk.
I gotta say, like, I was like, I want that bed, though, because, like, absolute darkness, are you kidding me?
Yeah. Have, like, a curtain around your bed. That'd be fun.
Fuck yeah. Like, you
Oh,
got another bed over you? So
It's like a little fort.
Yeah.
I'm so thankful that in, like, my bedroom, they gave us these, like, really, like, dark-ass curtains, and, like, you put them over the windows, no fucking lights getting through them. It's incredible.
I need to get one of those from my room.
I love light-canceling curtains.
I need to get one of those.
So, you guys mentioned the bunk bed thing. My brain immediately went to Simpsons. Just, I call top bunk, but it's a single bed. I said top bunk, and Bart proceeds to crawl underneath the bed.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Hibiki and Chris are fighting at the onset of episode 7. She's in her Neuronstein armor at the start and gets blasted, and then it's like, you made me do this! And then she switches to Ichaival.
I was shocked at the lack of jiggle physics going on. Like,
you haven't seen much of the show.
That's what I mean. In this episode, but the fact is, she's got, like, 2 fucking, like, miniguns going off beneath her arms, and those tits are not moving. Like, for this kind of show.
No, and like,
I am shocked there was not much of it in that episode, but I'm sure there's more later.
I wish she didn't have such, like, big boobs, because they're like, oh yeah, Yuki and Chris, 16. I'm like, god damn it.
Yeah, thanks, Japan.
No.
Stop making high schoolers attractive looking.
Like, and like,
always
this
have
is not,
to be melons.
It's okay. I gotta get this out.
I also watched that Matt the Curtain TikTok.
I don't want to sound like a prude, but it's like, could we stop? Like,
Yeah.
do we need this?
Unfortunately, it's a culture thing.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna just say this too, like, because like people say, well, what else are you gonna do? Here's the thing: when it's animated, you're making decisions.
Yeah.
You know, and just because as a character has large breasts does not mean you gotta like. Okay, great example. You know who's stacked canonically? Korra from Legend of Korra. Like, look at her character model sometimes. But the difference is she doesn't move to the left and they go all over the place, you know?
She doesn't operate on dead or alive logic.
Yes.
Dead or alive logic.
It's something that's turned me off of anime so much, unfortunately.
Yeah, I get it.
Like
the overdoing of it. Is
You know what? You know what's the problem is one of the curses is like in problems is like in One Piece. So like literally once the post time skip happened, every fucking female character in that anime has big tits. Every single one.
Yeah. Well, Oda even Oda said it's like my audience is 12-year-old boys.
Over the course of the series. But yeah, everyone's got big tits.
I love Jello apocalypses, so this is basically One Piece, because there's that one bit where it's like, Oda, you know what you can do to show love and respect for your wife and young daughters? Sexualizing a girl about as old as them? No. No, Oda.
Well, because like we see no, because like there's this one character in One Piece, like in the Dressrosa arc, her name was Rebecca, and like she's wearing like gladiator armor, and like a steel bikini and stuff like that, pink hair, big tits, 15 years old.
Oh.
I'm like, oh.
You gotta stop doing that, Japan. You You
Yeah.
just
Stop it, Japan.
and other countries too. But
Bonnie from One Piece is the worst one because she's technically a 12-year-old
Actually
girl
a
who has the
child.
ability to change her age, and she
Yeah.
stays as like a 20-something-year-old woman the whole time.
it's
We
like,
want to
it's
make attractive women who are characters with school-related problems. This is what college and university age women are for.
So okay,
too old,
back to Chris for a second. So apparently
Sorry, I had
she
to
was
get
like a child slave.
Yup.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Remember what I said about
God.
fucked up backstories?
Yeah, that
Oh my
awkward
God.
moment where like literally every character in this show has some level of horrifyingly fucked up backstory. Though realistically though, Chris's backstory got semi-retconned in future seasons.
Well, because they realized like putting a kid through sexual slavery was a tad dark for this.
The long and short of Chris's backstory is her parents were traveling musicians. They were putting on like musical shows like in a war-torn country for like the civilians.
Brought
and
a child along.
Yeah, brought their kid along for God knows what reason.
Couldn't afford a babysitter.
I guess. Fucking shoestring budget that family had. And then the bombs started dropping and the guns started firing. Her parents ended up dead. Chris ended up basically on her own in a war-torn country, got captured by
Someone.
various people, and yeah.
The implications are.
And then the implications in that episode are, yeah.
And did you say they retcon it good? Like, 'cause
Yeah.
This is also like.
They retcon it not to remove the like it's still her family was killed in like a war-torn country while trying to perform for people.
Like,
but
you know, like the shot of her like chained to a wall while like an older man approaches her is like, oh man, come on.
Yeah, I was like,
And then-
oh
and
my
also because
goodness.
The character is so sexualized afterwards as well. Like her default outfit again, tits out.
Her literal
16 years old.
Literally, you hadn't even seen the episodes prior to this where she is literally chained to a wall and whipped by Fine.
There you go.
Yeah.
So,
Who in this episode basically goes, all right, you are bad at this, and I don't need you anymore. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
I mean, realistically, she did get the one thing out of Chris that she needed.
Yeah.
Which was her
I love it,
activating
I
the
love it.
staff.
Yeah, I love it though that like Chris like just like sings a lot and then she's just like fucking hate singing, hate songs.
Oh yeah, it was full
I
on-
hate to dance and
I hate
prance and
music.
sing. That's
I
really
hate music.
more of a hibiki
Because her whole thing is that it's a bad memory for her because her parents were musicians who fucking died.
Yeah.
And then she went through all of the fucking torture after that because of that.
Yeah, we said that.
So
She was tortured on beat.
That's the way to do it. Lane just said it, but yeah, if Paul had been here, that's all we would have heard is like the shredder. I hate music.
Music. I think it's the worst. But as
Why are
much
you
as,
singing?
as much as traumatized and a lot of like grumpy that like Chris is, she's a nice person. She helps these little kids find their dad, and I was like, aw.
that's a lot of the part of it. Is you just find out her whole things.
Turns out she's good.
She was listening to Fine. Fine, I will tell you no fucking spoilers for the rest of the season, but Fine definitely has a way of getting her claws into people and making them think that they're doing the thing that they need to be doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot more than just Chris who's involved in that.
Also, I thought it was hilarious when like they're like debriefing Hibiki, and I forgot what the scientist chick's name is.
Ryoko.
She just like touches like Hibiki's chest, and she's like, "Oh, what the fuck are you doing?" And it's like, no,
It's where your heart is. I'm like, no,
where
that's your
heart is.
tit.
I'm like,
Yeah,
like,
no, the sexual harassment from her is pretty normal.
Here's the thing. I'm pointing to myself here. This is where your heart is. Yes, there could be some breast tissue in that, but she went low.
Yeah.
That's where there's one of several shards of Gungnir is in you.
Thanks for pointing to it. And then, like that's where I was like, oh, so she's gonna get the arc reactor.
It's like, so she's got the Tony Stark. Yeah, season 2 definitely did a thing.
It's not Tony Stark anymore. It's Doctor Doom. Okay. Okay.
We all saw the chairs.
Lane more than most.
Mm-hmm.
Where was my name on that chair?
So episode 7 ends with Fine putting on the Neuanstein armor that Chris was using previously.
Or whatever, yeah.
I don't know if that was that actually in her one-shot because she said Kadinger. Is that a different thing?
That's a different thing.
That's a different thing. It's been a long time.
She's saying that her Kadinger is almost completed.
My Kadinger is completed.
It sounds so fucking funny when you say it like that.
Kadinger's charged!
She's saying that it's almost completed, and that is just the combination of several things that she has been setting up over the course of the
Hey guys! What's the difference? What's the difference between a binger and a ringer?
I'm thinking of like the that cat lady from Futurama, the Kajigger, like
yeah.
That's
I'll just say one thing for this thing. What that plan entails is 4 very different objects that she's been collecting and setting up over the course of the season.
There are a lot more relics in play in this story.
I mean, at this point of the show, she already has 3 of them.
Yeah,
was this
one of them is that bow that spits noise.
Yeah, and the point is, every single one of the 3 that she currently has in her possession was activated by one of the 3 main characters.
Yeah.
Was this where she was speaking English?
No, that was in the next episode.
Yeah.
She talks to presumably the president.
Oh, okay. We'll get there then.
Yeah, she's pulling some shit behind the scenes with various other...
Also, there are a lot of scenes in this series where Phoenix just sitting around naked for no reason.
Not for
Cool.
no reason.
So Miku skips school because she finds Chris passed out in an alley.
As one does.
As part of we're making the evil ranger part of the good team arc.
So she brings her to like this place and like nurses her back to health, and then she like wakes up and apparently all she's wearing is just a t-shirt, and like literally just a t-shirt.
Yeah.
It's that moment where, number one, the place they took her is the that okonomiyaki place that her and Hibiki went to earlier in the show that apparently they frequent. It's the owner of that shop's house.
Gotcha.
Because she found her close to the shop and went to the shop owner for help, and then they had the spare shirt but not much else that fit.
Yeah, no underwear. So she's literally just a shirt.
Again,
and
this show is
Chris's
from
clothes were fucking soaked through.
This show is from 2012. It's a different era.
Is it?
Not much.
Is it?
Far enough.
Just places her on the bed. Honto rolls over. What the hell?
What the fuck?
And Chris replies to Miku saving her life by trauma dumping upon her.
It's like I didn't ask for
Miku trauma dumped on her.
Right.
And then Chris is like, oh, you seem like you're like fighting with someone. You should beat the shit out of each other, and then whoever comes out the victor, then you guys are square. And Miku's like, no,
we definitely won't do that.
I love Chris's answer to everything. It's just beating the shit out of him.
A woman after my own heart, indeed.
I mean, considering her history.
Yeah.
So another noise attack happens.
She's a tough
Violence.
shell on the outside.
That is the answer.
Yeah.
Violence has solved more issues than
She
any.
truly is a Shonen Jump protagonist.
I will say all the names of like their armors are fucking sick. Like they got sick names.
Oh, there are cooler ones later.
And I probably said it in like past like Symphogear feature topic episodes, but I love that they like sing their fucking theme songs while they're fighting. That's just that's such a cool detail.
That being
that
being the mechanic of the Symphogear units, yeah.
That's cool. We were talking about this though. It's very inconsistent with like, okay, are they singing or are like?
No, they are.
It kind of goes in and out.
There are shots of them like actually singing, like you'd see their face.
Canonically, yes, they are always singing while fighting, but there are certain shots of combat over the course of the franchise where it becomes non-diegetic because something else is happening.
There are moments when you have multiple Symphogear users on the battlefield at the same time.
Only one of them sings.
Throwing all of their songs on at the same time is a bit of a fucking mess.
I would love to see someone actually edit a scene, whatever scene in the franchise has the most Symphogear users on screen.
Actually sound like
all of their songs playing at once.
So it's like that video, all Star Wars playing at the same time.
Yeah, that.
Which is funny because as we were talking to you about before, in later seasons there are some Symphogear users, 2 in particular, whose songs actually sync up to each other.
And I'll say this, I think they're like, obviously I haven't seen a lot of this, and I don't care to, but I could see that be like a cool idea, like cool sound mixing going on. Like I think this kind of show is perfect for that, and I hope it does it.
I hope this show does well.
The in-universe reasoning for the songs is, yes, that is part of the Symphogear units. The whole thing with the relics in this show is that they are powered up by songs,
and that's fine.
Activates.
But
here's the thing: the songs in universe, the whole point behind them is they are they get described as it just sort of wells up within them, and they're not really consciously singing. It's just something that. But the point is, they do mention that the things they are singing is just like their feelings and their goals and their dreams made manifest.
Oh yeah, it's a song.
Yeah,
it's
which gives it a
personal.
very musical-esque thing. It's like a character walking onto stage and having their big song number that introduces themselves and their drive and their motivations and their past and all that. And it's like that on repeat.
Yeah.
And as the
For
show
5 seasons.
as the show progresses and the characters develop, songs change because they are no longer the same person. They're fighting for something different this time.
This is also another thing I'm not a fan of in like anime, especially anime that this age group in general. Get to the point. Like there's so much of that. Like,
Yeah.
But
I don't know why my brain just went stop singing.
more to the point, now that I've said all that,
Stop
the thing
that,
with
somebody.
multiple people singing at the same time, technically, the first response out of anybody is usually, why are they not just doing a duet?
yeah.
Why is there not just a single song happening right now
And then
that
season
they're
2
all
happened.
singing? And that does happen, but remember that thing I just said where the in-universe excuse is
It's that
it's
just
their
souls, yes.
feelings made manifest? If these people are not on the same page, they're not singing the same song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there are moments later on where the characters have come to like get used to each other a little more, where no, they are just singing a song together.
Yeah.
And that is more like a character growth and teamwork moment when it happens.
I also just don't like musicals, so
Well, no, there you go.
That's really more of a Millhouse thing.
There's like this show is like 1 part mecha, 1 part magical girl, and 1 part musical.
Oh my god,
That's
three
it.
M's.
if in the real world like there was musicals like happening all the time, I think I would just own a gun just to fire off in the air every time one started.
Nope, not now.
I don't know why. I don't know why,
Stop
Sal.
singing.
You're making me think of that High School Musical SNL skit.
Oh, yeah.
I started singing a song called "Scared but Excited," and everyone just stared at me. No one was dancing along.
Thank God.
I also like that there was like a discussion like in one of the 2 episodes where like they were talking about something called the climax song, and it's like, oh yeah, the climax song is the thing the ultimate song that you sing, but you die at the cost of it. And I'm
that thing where that's something they've done twice in this season. So
Kanade does it in episode 1.
yeah, it gets introduced early. It is basically just them forcing out the full fucking power of their Symphogear
It's what
unit.
would happen if limit breaks were
Yeah.
self-destructive.
It's them unleashing the full power of their unit, whether or not their physical body can fucking handle it.
And in one point of this episode, Ryoko is giving this like dialogue to herself about how Symphogears work, and she's positing, what if the Symphogear user could be of such potent potential
That they could just fucking do it.
that they could do it without destroying themselves, which is
Heebie
something
kid.
that comes up later in the series.
I'll tell you, it comes up really fucking quickly from this point.
Yeah. So yeah, in episode 8, we also get to see Kinjiro finally get into some action.
Fuck yeah! I mean, we've
he's
seen
an
him.
airbender.
We've seen him
I said
fucking.
the same thing. Like,
Yeah, we've seen him in action once prior in the show, and that's when he was stopping the fight between Tsubasa and Hibiki, like very early in the show. And he's shown off that he is capable of fucking holding his own.
Oh hell yeah!
He is ridiculously strong.
It's not even like a magical thing. He's just super jacked.
Yo, I mean, there's a reason for it that comes up in season 5. But
Right.
oh, you gotta wait till season 5.
Yeah.
Huh?
it's one of those things where, for the better part of the show, he's just fucking ridiculous. How he watches movies and he sleeps well. That's it. That's the only reason he gets.
Like I said, it's not magical.
It's like the reasoning he gives. He's like Saitama levels of, this is the reason I think that this works. But anybody who would look at this would go, that's not a fucking chance. That's not what's happening. No, not a chance.
I see this guy and I just want to go open a fire type gym.
Right?
Yeah.
It's just
Well, for him, it would be fighting type.
there is a thing. The whole point with him is it has to do with his bloodline.
Of course.
It is a bloodline thing for his family. And on that note, hey, by the way, Tsubasa's his niece.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Gar? He looks like who?
Oh, he looks like the champion from. I want to say, yeah, from Black and White.
He's older.
That's
yeah.
it.
He's older
Yeah.
without like the monk robes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, one other moment I wanted to bring up that I enjoyed in episode 7 is like as Hibiki and Chris are fighting, the fight goes on, and then suddenly there's just this fucking wall in the way. It's like, what's this? Is this a big shield? Cut to Tsubasa standing on top. No, it's a big fucking sword.
That was a fun shot. That was very funny.
Yeah. It's like a fucking shield. Nope, it's a sword.
And then and then immediately after she makes this comment about how she's still not in top form, and I'm like, you're not in top form and you can still do that shit? That's crazy.
It's that moment where I said it out loud while we were watching it. Tsubasa not being in top form doesn't mean much when she's as capable as she fucking is in the first place.
Yeah.
That's still pretty good.
Tsubasa may be the blue one and may not be my favorite, but Tsubasa is pretty busted when she wants to be.
Like I said, her uncle and that whole genetic thing with her that she kind of taps into occasionally.
Also, her ponytail is a musical note.
Oh my gosh.
I also kind of like that she kind of gave Hibiki like some respect, just being like she's still learning, but I know she has the potential, and I'm like to be great, and I'm like, aw.
I told you, Tsubasa's powerful because she has the power of Legion.
I think I need to sit down and actually watch the entirety of Symphogear. Not once.
Do it.
But
yeah,
I'll admit the reason why I've been a bit quiet was I started watching episode 7. I got through the entirety of episode 7, but I didn't watch 8, mainly because like Lane said, it's been a while since we've watched it, and when we
need to
did
sit down and watch just the whole fucking season one.
Yeah, that's it. It's been so long, my brain's just like, what happened?
It has definitely been a while for me too, but not only did I watch this show myself, I've shown it to like multiple people in multiple different times at this point.
Yeah,
because I like this show so fucking much.
We know when this happens in the show.
I have actually multiple seasons in, but I'm almost sure that is like just a one-off shot in the background of one thing.
This when we used to have everyone over Saturdays and watch anime.
Yeah, like I've shown this show to multiple people several times over, and so I've seen this show a couple times at this point.
Has
so
anyone disliked it as much as me?
No, you were the first person to kind of sit there and go, eh.
Oh, no, I'm fine.
It's got cool concepts and stuff in it. It's just not like an anime that I would just watch all the way through.
Like I said, it's execution that matters for me.
I will also say, like, the henshin sequences get better each season.
They were cool in this too.
Yeah.
I'll say, like,
They get better. Everything just improves with this show from season to season.
I think that's my problem with most animes. I like the ideas a lot, just not how they do it.
The thing with this was, and with Symphogear as a whole, is it was a direct-to-anime original thing. Like, there wasn't any source material. It was just something they were making as they went.
Yeah. They were doing it to sell the music,
and
right?
So season 1 very much has this was the basis of the idea, but as we continued on to season 2 and 3 and moved on, we more figured out what made the show good and kind of just stuck to that.
Yeah.
Season 1 is very politics heavy.
Yeah, that's I think its biggest problem.
And like, there's a lot of it's very Godzilla level politics heavy at points.
Okay.
Where there's just a lot of scenes of people standing around talking about the political side of the shit happening. And that is the most boring fucking part of the show compared to like later seasons where it's like, yeah, that's happening, but we're just gonna stuff that back into the corner a little bit and just focus on how badass the shit happening right now is.
Which, okay.
We should do something.
To the point where season 3 opens with the most over-the-top, ridiculous, but badass fucking scene
with the
I have ever with the space shuttle.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Like,
I was thinking about that. I remember Raven showed me that, and I was like, okay, that's fucking cool.
That scene is like my fucking elevator pitch to be like, here, if you see this scene and you don't fucking like it, don't bother with the rest of the show. If you look at this and think this is fucking amazing, watch the damn show. We'll show after
Make
the
a bel-
podcast. We'll show him that one fucking.
We'll make a
scene.
believer of me yet, huh?
Yeah, just like that is the coolest fucking thing, and that was like the moment the show really like solidified what it fucking was.
Which is hilarious because it's like it get good season 3, I promise.
No,
Well,
season
that
2
happens
is
to our
fucking
show.
amazing.
No, season 2 is really good.
Season 1 it's kind of a rocky start, but the point's there. Season 2 is really good.
It's like Final
Season
Fantasy 14.
3.
Realm Reborn is just world
Yeah.
building.
Season 3 is when it's just like, now we know what we're doing now, so just fucking sit down and watch.
Nice.
So anyway, episode ends. Episode 8 is also largely about Ibiki saving Miku from a big noise-topus.
And Miku forgiving her and fucking admitting that she shouldn't have said the shit she did.
And they do this all over texting.
Well, that's
Well,
because
well, yeah,
the
because
thing is
they're
still
trying to
recorded.
No, that's, like that's the idea, but I just think it's funny that
They're
like
playing Repo.
the idea that like they have that like anime thing where they have an overly long speech and it's like this was all done in text.
Yeah.
Like,
Would you prefer we have 20 extra seconds of just watching them typing?
yes, because then they wouldn't be talking.
Yeah, and the cute fucking picture they took.
It's like, oh, it's funny that you're being all serious, Miku, but like you look like shit. And she's like, you look like shit. You know what? Let's take a selfie. Oh my god,
Make sure
we
we have a
both look
lingering
like
shot
shit.
of our
We
asses.
both look like shit.
And then they framed the picture and put it on their dresser in place of the fucking one of them as younger kids.
And then they had premarital sex. I
This
don't
is
know.
after we fucked!
Well, they made plushies of them. Cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, like she's like,
Man.
oh, you fell asleep so fast. Kidding, lol.
Yeah, the thing is, with the two of them, like I said, they're very, like, God, the two of them are very much on the same vein as, like, Nanoha and Fate in the way they're presented in the Nanoha series. Where it's, like, very clear that the fucking creators of the show are pushing no, these two are a couple.
They do everything
but we're
but
not allowed to
explicit-
fucking say it out loud.
Yeah, they do everything but explicitly say or show it.
And also they're what?
Two closest things they
14?
could do. The two closest things they could do was, they bathe together and they sleep in the same bed.
Yeah.
We can't
Yeah, that
say
sounds
it,
like a couple.
but we're gonna make it look as obvious as we fucking can.
You know, at least Hanzo and Shoma, I think, are of the age of consent.
And then there was that one weird classmate who's like, oh, if this was an anime, it's like, shut up.
Oh yeah.
She's so annoying.
She is.
This was anime.
Like, it's just that meme, like the get out.
Yeah.
Anyways, Symphogear. Cool stuff. Chris is really cool. I like that she has like miniguns. She's pretty badass.
Ladies and gentlemen, our third ranger.
Just don't.
If
just
you like
don't-
the
just
music,
don't
I think you'll like the show.
Yeah, just don't give the 16-year-old big tits, please.
They need to be bigger.
No, guard. No.
I have some bad news about her later series henshin sequences.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Do you guys ever feel like creeps?
Look, I'm just gonna say, as much as Ichi made that comment about Chris, there's a worse one.
There are others.
I guarantee
There are others.
I guarantee
There's one character who is younger, and their engine sequence is way worse.
Let's just say it involves a stripper pole.
Oh no.
And yet it's the best designed suit in the show.
Straight to jail.
Look, it's Ichi and it's a character who wields. Let's put it this way: it's Ichi and it's a character that wields a scythe.
Mm-hmm.
And it has, you know that,
they're more like Sympho strip.
you know the hat that Magic King has? It's got something like that.
Oh god.
Sure, by all means, Decker,
Decker,
put the GIF.
Post a
Put
picture.
the GIF in the fucking chat.
Don't do it.
100%. Just to illustrate my point.
Illustrate
I'm
something.
afraid. I'm very afraid.
I'm curious.
Curious or furious?
We all know.
No,
he's curious.
I said curious.
No, I said nervous.
Oh,
All right, let's see this. Okay.
Oh no.
Oh.
She's got socks. Eagalima. I was trying to remember the power name.
And how old is she?
Need you ask?
Not really terribly well documented.
But look at that. The armor's cool. The scythe is cool. The hat is cool.
The armor is cool. The design is cool.
Let's put it this way: when it comes,
that's not the issue.
By the time season 3 rolls around, and like the ages for some of these characters are not terribly. She is part of a duo where realistically, they're a year younger than Chris, are they? I don't necessarily think that's accurate.
Just people just stick to hentai.
Like, I just...
That's what I've always said. It's like, it's weird at some point where it's just like, why didn't you just make a hentai? Like, this one is not as bad as other things I've seen.
Oh, there's probably tons of Rule 34 shit with these characters.
No shit.
100%.
I'll find a cooler image of the suit.
All right, I think we should probably wrap this episode up before we get canceled
and before the feds show up.
Everyone gets fucked lane. All right, thank you, Decker. Anyways, cool. Symphogear's neat.
Yep, it's a fun series.
I'm glad people enjoy it.
All right, that will be the end of Castranger for today and for the week.
And forever.
Yeah, we're done.
Because we're all going to jail.
After this, we're canceled.
Go watch it indeed.
And watch it by yourself.
With the
with the door closed, and make sure your parents do not walk in on you, because they will manage to walk in on the most embarrassing possible moments, and there are a handful of those.
Again,
nothing like
that one Matt the Curtain sketch.
I'll say this: nothing like watching my dress-up darling in an open living room, getting to episode 2, and be like, "Well, no, oh shit, I didn't realize we were going out."
To never have this problem. Stop watching anime.
I hadn't thought of that.
It works quite well.
I've seen worse.
I know.
Recently.
Well,
from everybody.
So, I think I will leave it to Gar to discuss what's going to be Jikai, the Sentai Castranger.
Alrighty, so as you all know, next week it's April, and we all know what that means.
Metal April?
It's usually time for another Metal April.
Usually.
More Wind Spectre?
Yeah, I decided Metal April is going to be reformatted to be Metal May.
Oh.
Coming next year. Because I don't like us doing 2 theme months in a row.
Correct.
Thank God.
I don't like the idea of Castranger having 2 theme months.
April this year.
So, it's April, and as we mentioned in news mode, it is Super Sentai's 50th anniversary next month.
That is the
in
thing.
which, yeah. So I thought, okay, what if we do something for Super Sentai? A season that is, a celebration of everything revolving around Super Sentai. A series where we have returning cast members making cameos in the show.
Okay.
And, everyone's a likable character. There's some good jokes here and there. And, it's a really good show, and it's a really good season. Even if it is unofficial.
Akira Ranger!
Hey, shit I've seen.
It's Akiba April!
We'll be covering the entire first season of Hikoni Sentai Akiba Ranger.
Okay,
through April.
The bumper has to just
jump month!
Donnie's like, oh, kill me.
How many episodes is that?
Like 12?
12.
Well, actually, it got 2 seasons, so...
Well, yeah, but we're only covering the first season.
Yes, Decker, more weeb shit! Shit catered specifically to our demographic!
Yeah,
So
one of the villains of the show is literally a former porn star.
Of course.
There's your reason to watch.
I mean,
I could just watch the porn.
Can I just...
I've seen some of it.
Being absolutely honest, that's a lot of Sentai shows, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mostly the villains, but...
I'm looking forward to seeing Hakase again.
I feel like the bumper needs to be the episode bumper from the show.
Oh, the eye catch.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
So, yes, join us next week as we talk about the first 3 episodes of Akiba Ranger.
Hell yeah.
Again.
So been so long. I'm
Because
so
we did
looking
it
forward.
10 years ago.
Oh my god, is that long ago?
I don't even remember having done it. And
Funny enough, it was the 5 of us on that episode.
Yeah, I'm just like, I don't remember doing it back then, but that was.
Oh no, I remember we've talked about Akiba Ranger. We just never talked about it in its entirety.
Yeah, so I thought, you know what?
I don't have Akiba Ranger listed on the topics.
It's in other.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, I had to find it.
Yeah, I guess it didn't fucking.
Oh yeah, no, we did talk about episodes 1 to 3 previously.
Oh, back in 2012, yeah.
2015.
2015. Show came out in 2012.
Years ago.
Wow. Castranger episode 80.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
Wow.
Ah, the good old days.
Well, we're gonna give it a fresh opinion.
Anyways,
Yes.
Akiba Ranger's funny and awesome as shit. So,
or I believe Powerful Rangers was season 2.
Yeah, Powerful Rangers was season 2, and the robot fetish episode. That's my favorite.
Yep. I actually think the Blue Rangers design in season 1 is better than the season 2 one. Actually, both blue and yellow I think are better in season 1.
Yellow is fucking awesome in this fucking series.
Maria is so fun. Anyway,
we'll save more of that later. Ichi, I'll return everything back to you to do our regular Patreon.
Alrighty, let me pull up that page to thank our active patrons. Blah, 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 blah. Audience. Active patrons, thank you to Blaze, Armorhide, Sentai VT, Midas the Fool, Vegas Bear, and Locke. Thank you for supporting what we do.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you all for listening, watching, liking, favoriting, sharing, subscribing, hitting the bell, and being awesome. As usual, the primary source of our hijinks is castranger.podbean.com. From there you can find our Facebook, Twitter, merch store, Patreon, Discord, all of our cool shit. Let us know what you thought of these episodes in the comments. Let us know what you would like us to talk about in the future. And we will see you next week for Akiba April!
Stay Sentai, everyone.
Stay unofficial.
Nyan, 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 nyan.
2